Long straightaways, very sharp turns, and some of the short track drivers, Eli, have outqualified the more familiar names in Grand National racing.
Of course, there are some factors to be considered. The racetrack here, short track, as you said, is not all that dissimilar to some of the bonus tracks that are competed on a weekly basis by many of the short track late model sportsmen and Grand American drivers in the NASCAR division. Names like Mike Alexander. He runs late model sportsman, also runs Grand American. He is familiar with the tightness of a .525 mile racetrack. Names like Morgan Shepherd, the defending late model sportsman champion in the NASCAR ranks. Likewise, Butch Lindley, a man who has really done all that there is to do on the short tracks. So they're competition-wise. Maybe not all that experienced as far as the Grand National division is concerned, but the competition, the bumping, the leaning on one another, which is, of course, a factor of any short track race, Friday or Saturday night version in your hometown, it's very similar right here. The fact that the dollars involved, of course, are very, very high, and the high-powered and the expensive machinery, they still lean on one another, and it is not at all a new factor to some of these short track drivers.
Once again, helping us in the pit area for the Virginia 500 today, a two-time Grand National champion himself, Ned Jarrett. Ned?
Thank you, Bob, and good afternoon, everyone. It's a beautiful day for racing here at Martinsville. I think that we're going to see a lot of action, not only on the racetrack, but also here in the pit area. I'll cover that action for you. Eli, you were talking about the young lines, the new people that we're seeing up front, but I believe that we'll see experience prevail here this afternoon, even though some of the old heads are starting back in the field. I think when it comes to the strategy, the pit stops, and everything that goes into winning a NASCAR Winston Cup race, I think that experience will pay off. But there's a lot of hopefuls here, and we'll just see how they perform this afternoon.
We'll be watching for that and many other stories as they unfold here this afternoon from Martinsville, Virginia. Stay with us now for the Virginia 500. The Martinsville Speedway is far from a super speedway that these Grand National cars compete on sometimes, and the gearing used on a super speedway and on this racetrack are quite different. Ned Jarrett has a closer examination.
One of the major concerns of the crews at Martinsville is the rear gearing, how to keep it cool. They generate a tremendous amount of heat. They always gear the cars so they turn the same engine RPM regardless of whether they're running 88 miles an hour or 188 miles an hour. So that means that they run a low ratio gear here. This gear here is a 6-to-1 ratio. This is the pinion that connects to the drive shaft. The drive shaft connects directly through the transmission to the engine. So that means this turns an RPM every time the engine does, and it turns 6 RPM every time this ring gear turns. So it generates up to 400 to 500 degrees. Now, at a track like Daytona or Talladega, it only would turn half that much. So they run a rear-end cooler to help cool the grease, and also it gives them larger capacity. With 400 to 500 degrees being generated, it crystallizes this metal and can actually shear these grease off. And, of course, if that happens, they crystallize in the race.
Thank you, Ned. The start of this 500-lap race, the Virginia 500, just moments away. We'll be back for it in just a moment. Welcome back to the Virginia 500, where the 31 starters here this afternoon are ready to go. Here is the starting lineup. In the front row, on the pole, with a new record of 89.056 miles an hour, Ricky Rudd in number 88, outside of row number 1, in car number 12, Harry Gant. When you talk about Ricky Rudd, of course, you're talking about the 8th different pole winner in 9 races on this year's Winston Cup Tour. Harry Gant, he might have set a record of his own. This is the 4th time this year he has started outside of row number 1 on the Winston Cup Tour. In row number 2, on the inside, car number 67, Buddy Arrington, a hometown boy. He lives in Martinsville, outside of row number 2, and car number 26, Butch Lindley.
And you see that second row, Buddy Arrington, the blue car inside of the second row. He has put together a special engine for this race. He has gotten the car together. He was here testing last week, and he had hopes of the pole position. Came up a little bit short, but he's always a good runner. And Butch Lindley, as we talked on the opening, Bob, here's a guy who is not all that well known as far as the Winston Cup Grand National Tour is concerned. Yet around these parts and on the short tracks in the United States, he has been a national champion. He knows his way around.
In the third row, inside, Dave Marcus, riding car number 71, outside. The defending champion of this race, and number 11, Darrell Waltrip.
Dave Marcus, this Malibu of his is the same car that sat on the pole at North Wilkesboro a few weeks ago. The car has been working awfully well. He showed well at Darlington as well, and of course Darrell Waltrip. He is the defending champion of this event, and when you talk about him, you're talking about a man who, under the tutelage now of Junior Johnson, the dream team, if you will, they're always a possibility as they come around now with one lap to go and do a racing.
Fourth row consists of Joe Milliken in car number 75, outside car 28, Bobby Allison. In the fifth row, car number 44, Terry LaBonte, and the defending Winston Cup champion, Dale Earnhardt in car number 2. Sixth row, car 37, Mike Alexander, and number 5, Morgan Shepherd. Seventh row, number 90, Billy Ridley, and number 47, Ron Bouchard. In the eighth row, inside, King, Richard Petty, and 43, outside, car number 21, Neil Bonnet. In row number 9, in number 15, Benny Parsons. Outside, Tim Richmond, a current contender for the Rookie of the Year honors in number 99. In row number 10, car number 25, Ronnie Thomas, and 48, James Hilton. The 11th row consists of Cale Yarborough in 27 and Kyle Petty in 42. The 11th row, car number 64, Joe Field, and 40, Tommy Gale. In the 13th row, Tommy Houston in car number 17 and Lake Speed in 66. The 14th row consists of Richard Childress in number 3 and Jimmy Means in number 52. The 15th row in car number 94, Bobby Wawak, and number 70, J.D. McDuffie. All alone in car number 24 in the 16th row, the 31st starter, Cecil Gordon.
So about set to go racing, you'll see a lot of fender slamming. This is a racetrack that takes a lot out of the driver, but also out of the cars. We'll talk about preserving the automobile for 3.5 hours, 500 laps. It is a toll. We're going racing.
The safety car has pulled off of the racetrack. Here comes the field down the main straightaway. Will they get the green flag? Ricky Rudd comes from the pole position. The green flag drops, and we're racing at Martinsville, Virginia in the Virginia 500. It is Ricky Rudd in car number 88 has jumped out into the early lead as the cars go down the backstretch.
Right second is going to be Harry Gass with Winston going third. Buddy Arrington now feeling the heat of the Dave Marcus challenge. That's the fifth place. The leader off turn 4, Ricky Rudd.
The completion of lap number 1 will show Ricky Rudd as the leader, running in second position. Harry Gass, who started outside of row number 1. Running third is number 26, that's Butch Lindley. The car's already off of the second turn onto the backstretch. And as we notice the cars go off the backstretch, Terry LaBonte got sideways just a bit, did not spin the car. The green stays out. Here they are, completing lap number 2. Good racing going on in the back here in the early stages of this race. But it's a Ricky Rudd lead right now as the cars head down the backstretch once again.
Traffic is going to be a factor here in the next couple of laps. It is going to be once around for the leaders as they'll begin to try and pick up the rear of the field. And traffic on a short track is always a factor, and here it can make for a long afternoon. We're also watching Neil Bonnet now, who is tucked in behind Ronnie Bouchard, tries to make his way to the front, so too Dale Yarborough.
It's amazing that these cars can go two abreast in these turns. The turns are extremely sharp here at Martinsville. The straightaways are very long. But we've already noticed we have one car in the race.
One car sticks up in the turn and comes back down to bring out our first caution. Ronnie Thomas of Cliftonburg, Virginia. He spins in turn number 2 to bring out the caution.
And you can see that there has been contact with the outside retaining wall. The right side of that car is damaged. And the number 25, belonging to Ronnie Thomas, has brought out the first yellow flag of the afternoon here at Martinsville, Virginia. We have completed 4 laps. The yellow is out. Ricky Rudd is still maintaining the lead as the safety crews go to the aid of the number 25, Thomas.
This is an interesting racetrack as far as its actual physical configuration is concerned. We've been able to see just in brief glimpses as the turns are evident, as we see Ronnie Thomas now in his car. There is a curbing, just very similar to the sidewalk and street curb that you'll find in any city. And as the caution flag is out here, this curb is a good chance for us to talk about. We have seen situations here, both in the Grand National, the Modified, the Late Model Sportsman Division, as the drivers, of course, try and cut the turns as tightly as they can. They try and look for the shortest way around. But the curb, of course, can kind of get the cars a little squirrely. If the left side tires get on there, the cars can get somewhat out of shape. And as we see the cars going through the turn, now you can just see near the bottom of the screen, just outside, rimming that grassy area, is a curve. Oftentimes it does not come into play, but oftentimes it does.
There's an interesting configuration as far as the makeup of the turns are concerned, too. We'll talk more about that as the afternoon progresses. Right now, we are under yellow because of a spin involving Ronnie Thomas in number 25. The yellow is out. We'll be back at Martinsville for a resumption of the Virginia 500 in a moment. Bob Jenkins and Eli Gold back at the Virginia 500 at Martinsville, where we are under yellow because of an accident involving Ronnie Thomas in number 25. Thomas apparently was injured in that accident. He is in the ambulance, and we believe that he will be taken from the speedway. Perhaps not. We don't know at this point. At any rate, the ambulance is there at the end of the pit area on the backstretch. So we'll be waiting to find out the condition of Ronnie Thomas, car number 25. He did make contact with the wall. It would appear that he made at least 3 different contacts with the wall in turns number 1 and 2. The yellow is out. We have completed 11 laps here, and the rundown is as follows. Ricky Rudd at number 88 is the leader at this point, with Harry Gant running in second position. Butch Lindley is running in third. In fourth is Darrell Waltrip at number 11, and running in fifth position would be the car number 71 belonging to Dave Marcus.
We see the ambulance now leaving the speedway facilities here. As you see the gate being closed. There is no tunnel here at Martinsville with the configuration of the racetrack being what it is. So the only way to get from the infield or racetrack side out is across the racing facility, and the gate has now been closed up, and there's the field. A pretty good field of race cars, as always, you have here. And, of course, we've got to note the size of the racetrack, Bob, does not really determine the degree of competition. Martinsville, as we see Harold Kinder now giving the finger down indication, getting everybody set for the restart. The size of the racetrack here at Martinsville does not make the competition pale at all in comparison to a Daytona or Talladega whatsoever. So as these guys now begin to weave back and forth, warm up the tires, get themselves ready to go, we'll be just now shy of 1 lap until the restart. 12 laps showing officially in the book with Ricky Rudd, your leader.
We earlier had a chance to see the NASCAR Modifieds run here at Martinsville, and although it is a completely different type of racing with completely different types of cars than these Grand National cars, a tremendous show on this half-mile racetrack, and we're looking for nothing less than that this afternoon from the Winston Cup Grand National drivers at Martinsville. The safety car is in turn number 4, and we anticipate that it will be pulling into the pit area, indicating that the track is clear and we'll get a green flag once again. We are about to complete lap number 14, and we're going to go green. We've been yellow for 10 laps because of the accident with Ronnie Thomas, but the green flag is out again, and we're back to racing. It's still Ricky Rudd and Harry Gant running 1 and 2 in turns number 1 and 2. Now they come off of the turn and down the backstretch as the field files behind them. It is Rudd, Gant, Lindley, and Darrell Waltrip in car number 11 running 4th. Here they are, completing lap number 15.
There's been one driver change to this point as Tommy Gale has climbed out. There's Richard Petty making the move. D.J. Ulrich is in the Tommy Gale number 40. Richard Petty still running 15th. That is the same position that he started the race. Neil Bonnet has moved up a couple of spots, and there you see Petty and Bonnet as they battle for position.
The battle for the lead is going on, meanwhile, basically among 3 cars right now, and here they are, Rudd in 88, then Dan in 12, and the number 26 car of Butch Lindley. Off of turn number 2, down the backstretch, the very long backstretch here at Martinsville. The average speed of the qualification run by Ricky Rudd was 89.056 miles an hour. Bear in mind that is an average, and the cars must slow down quite a bit for these sharp turns. They attain quite a speed on the straightaway.
And let's not also forget the fact that Mike Alexander, who we talked about earlier, somewhat of a newcomer to the Grand National this season in the Rogers Auto Leasing racing team. He turned the fastest lap of all in qualifying, but it came in the second day of race through, so of course he wasn't eligible for the pole situation.
There is Richard Petty in the 43, is now running in 13th position. Petty has moved up from 15th to 13th at this point. The leader continues to be Ricky Rudd in the Gatorade Zygarde Buick. He's on the backstretch, putting it down into turn number 3. We see a car smoking in turns number 1 and 2. That is car number 70, driven by J.D. McDuffie. There he is pulling into the pit area. We might also tell you that there are pit areas on both the front straightaway and the back straightaway here at Martinsville, and the McDuffie car has been brought into the pit area on the backstretch.
We've got to talk about brakes. And I don't mean brakes as far as racing luck is concerned, but the actual brakes to slow the cars down. 500 laps on this racetrack. We have seen it time and time again. If the brakes get away from you, your day is virtually finished. There are many drivers who say they've never had brake problems, some who say they have. Some drivers, Dave Marcus for one, is using a bit of a lower gear. That will in one way save on braking because the car will decelerate a good bit more quickly and efficiently coming off the turn, but because of that gearing, you'll run a higher RPM on the engine, and of course on a long afternoon, he risks problems with the engine should that situation arise. So brakes, as far as slowing the car down, that and the bump and run that we'll see here throughout the afternoon is something we'll be talking about, I'm sure, in length.
This is the battle for third position there between the red car number 26, driven by Butch Ledley, and the number 11, Darrell Waltrip. This is the battle for the lead, meanwhile. It involves Ricky Rudd and Harry Gant in car number 12. What a year Harry Gant is having.
It's been quite a year. He is, of course, driven predominantly with the Mach 1 racing team as a co-driver with Stan Barrett. There you see a family member, Kyle Petty, who started inside of Cale Yarborough here earlier this afternoon. But Harry Gant has raced well. Today he is in the Kenny Childers ride that had been campaigned earlier this season by Donnie Allison. Jake Elder is the crew chief for this event. So there's a lot going for Harry Gant. And again, he's one of the guys we talked about earlier, but not in his name particularly. He has raced many short tracks for many years, and he is no stranger in the close quarters and the tight traffic that he'll have here at Martinsville.
Well, Harry Gant is giving Ricky Rudd all he can handle right now. They're the first four cars. The car just ahead of Rudd in the 88 is the slower car that is about to be lapped. There are the first four positions as we're in lap number 23. And there you can see Gant going to the inside of Rudd. Perhaps he can use his slower car to his advantage. Off of the second turn down the backstretch. And it's a tremendous battle here. And Harry Gant gets into the lead as they go into turn number 1. And Butch Ledley in 26 also gets around Ricky Rudd. So now it is a situation where we have a new leader with Harry Gant leading, Ledley running second, and Ricky Rudd in 88 running third. Right behind him is Darrell Waltrip in number 11.
Here's both Waltrip trying to make a move to the inside of Ricky Rudd, and Ricky will try and shut the door. There's your leader, Harry Gant. If you open the door just a bit for any of these drivers, the quality that they are, somebody is going to take advantage of it. Ricky Rudd may be going a bit higher on the turn that time and open the door for Harry Gant, and also gave Butch Ledley an opportunity to try and sneak in and get the free ride, which he did.
Well, as we began the lapping process, we had a change of leaders. Just an indication of some of the excitement that we can expect throughout the afternoon here in Martinsville. It's a beautiful, sunshiny day, and very good crowd on hand here at this beautiful speedway nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. The leader, Harry Gant, running in second position, is Butch Ledley in number 26. There is Gant streaking down the main straightaway, headed for turn number 1.
Harry Gant, Martinsville, North Carolina campaigner, and as we said before, he along with these other drivers, certainly Harry, of course, he's been on the Grand National Tour now for a while. He has been with the Ratio Farms entry. There's the battle now for third place. Your 88 car is Ricky Rudd. Number 11 is Darrell Waltrip, and right now Waltrip trying to look to the inside.
Darrell Waltrip has had a very successful year so far in Winston Grand National Racing. He has won the Richmond 400, the Carolina 500, the Valleydale 500, and the Rebel 500 from Darlington. So it's a good year so far for Darrell Waltrip. He's now running in fourth position here in the Virginia 500. The official rundown at the end of 20 laps showed at that point Ricky Rudd in the lead and Harry Gant running second. Third was Butch Ledley running in fourth position was the number 11 car of Darrell Waltrip. 71 was running in fifth position. That would be the Dave Marcus automobile, and running in sixth position at that point was car number 28, Bobby Allison. We now have completed 30 laps.
Interesting you mentioned Bobby Allison. There we see Dale Earnhardt being pursued by Morgan Shepherd. Bobby Allison, who has won virtually everywhere in any kind of automobile imaginable. They always say put wheels on a camel, and Bobby would probably try and go out there and race it for you. But he has won here in the modified division. That was a long while ago. He has not won a Grand National race here at Martinsville, although he has led the most laps, and he has also led very late in the race, only to have things not really go his way. So it'll be interesting to see how Bobby Allison of the Harry Ranier Racing team, right there, number 28, right now chasing down Ricky Rudd. That's going to be a battle for fourth place. Rudd is in fourth, Allison up to fifth.
And the leader, Harry Gant, at number 12, has now stretched out the lead just a little bit. It's almost a half a straightaway lead for Harry Gant over Butch Lindley in car number 26. Lindley running in second position. It is Darrell Waltrip running third. Fourth now is Ricky Rudd, and fifth, right behind Rudd, is Bobby Allison in car number 28. There is the battle as they go down the backstretch for fourth position.
Ricky Rudd, somewhat of a newcomer, and of course Bobby Allison, he's the veteran. Those two continuing to battle, and as things take place on the racetrack, so too on pit road, what's going to do, Jarrett? Officials told us they did indeed take Ronnie Thomas to the hospital, but it was merely for a checkup. They said he appeared to be okay, but they did want to take him to a local hospital just to check him out. So that's a good report for Ronnie Thomas.
Certainly is, Ed. Thank you very much for that report. And when you have contact with the retaining walls at any speedway, you're very likely to be injured in some way, and perhaps you don't notice an injury right away, but it is always very wise to check yourself out of the hospital, and that apparently is the case with Ronnie Thomas here this afternoon.
Those walls don't give a whole lot, do they?
That's right. Well, we've completed 35 laps here. This is a 500-lap race. There is a battle. Morgan Shepherd is the number 5 there. Also in that race is Richard Petty and the number 2 of Dale Earnhardt. That's the battle for 8th, 9th, and 10th position. Shepherd in number 5. Outside of him is Earnhardt, and then the 43 of Richard Petty.
Morgan Shepherd, the defending late model sportsman champion in the NASCAR ranks, a pole winner earlier this year at Richmond. And there you have Dale Earnhardt, the defending Winston Cup national champion. Richard Petty 7 times with that honor already in his illustrious career. So a lot of racing talent right there. Kelly Labonte is right there. And again, you can see the degree of competition here at Martinsville. There is really no breathing room. If you want to find some room, you've got to make it. And oftentimes, as we'll see a bit later on, the cars will be trading paint. They'll be doing a tattoo on one another, but that's part of the accepted way of racing on a short track.
The number 75, the car right ahead of Morgan Shepherd, is driven this afternoon by Joe Milliken. He is running in 7th position. Now Richard Petty in the 43 tries to move up another spot here. Cannot do it and has to settle back into 8th position. We talked earlier about the turns here at Martinsville, and perhaps we should go into a little bit more detail. You will notice if you look very closely that there are 2 different surfaces on these turns. The inside is concrete, the outside is asphalt.
And of course, we'll see the groove begin to move up rather quickly, as it already has for some drivers, because the lower part of the groove, the cement, will become kind of slick, and it will allow the drivers to start moving up. And of course, the more rubber and grease and oil that is laid down on the racetrack, as we'll see anywhere, the cars begin to seek out the quicker or the easier way around, and the cars will begin to move up the banking. One other note, you see written on the retaining wall there, turn 2. That's not really as they get some of the drivers so they'll know where they are on the racetrack. That is just another one of the innovations that Clay Earls has instituted here at this beautiful Martinsville Speedway. There's the old saying that Martinsville is a short track that thinks it's a super speedway because of the speeds attained and because of the degree of competition. And with races being televised now from the Martinsville Speedway, Clay Earls has added to turn 1, 2, 3, and 4 distinction on the retaining walls, so the viewers at home can easily look up and right there, turn 3, know exactly where the car is. Ricky Rudd spins, and here comes Richard Petty. They tangle. Here comes Joe Milliken with nowhere to go. 2 Randleman, North Carolina drivers, Milliken and Petty, and what a hit that one was.
Richard Petty took a tremendous shot there in the rear of that race car with the number 75 driven by Milliken with no place to go. Milliken had to hit Petty in the rear end, and he took a real shot. 2 cars have been damaged here in this accident. The original car that did the spinning was Ricky Rudd there, number 88. He apparently is going to be able to get back into competition, but what an accident involving Milliken and Richard Petty.
And here comes the Richard Petty crew now, beginning to trot down pit road as we watch Ricky Rudd. Rudd, of course, the pole sitter here for the Virginia 500. As you said, Rudd did that little slow spin, and there you see Milliken's car, the Hayes Jewelers-sponsored automobile, and it was just one of those situations. You're darned if you do, you're darned if you don't. You see the Petty crew attending to the number 43. Richard and Ricky Rudd came together just slightly. They kind of kissed, but then Milliken came up on the spinning situation and really had nowhere to go. And of course, going back a few years, Randleman, North Carolina, the hometown for both Petty and Joe Milliken, and of course the Petty protege talk that of course always seems to surround drivers with good talent from the same situation. So the irony is there. You see the STP team on the scene to check out Richard Petty's situation. The winningest driver here at Martinsville with 15 Grand National wins to his credit. You see Joe Milliken now walking around as the safety crew is on the scene to check over Richard Petty. To tell you how distinct Petty's domination has been here at Martinsville, 15 victories for Petty. The next best, 6 for Cale Yarborough.
Well, we'll certainly cross our fingers and hope that Richard Petty has suffered no injuries here in this accident, but he did take a tremendous shot there from Milliken. The ambulance has arrived on the scene, and they'll be trying to extract Petty, and we see Richard crawling from the race car right now. Meanwhile, into the pits is Kyle Petty in 42. Richard is climbing out of the race car under his own power.
Joe Milliken was there. He started driving for Richard Petty, and of course did some work in relief for Richard when Richard was injured in previous seasons, most recently last year after his wreck at Pocono. And Richard Petty now walking around, as you see, right there in the red helmet, being talked to by some of the safety crew, and Richard's crew chief or co-crew chiefs on the scene. We saw Wade Farnberg there checking the situation out. So Richard Petty, a tough hit, and of course you've got to feel sorry in a situation like that, because as much as we've said this is a tight racetrack, it is somewhat forgiving only if things are going your way, but all of a sudden you can find a situation where Milliken had nothing to do.
Let's go down to Ned Jarrett in the pit area. We'll do that in just a moment. Meanwhile, we see that Richard Petty apparently is all right, although he may go to the ambulance and be taken for a checkup. Well, he's walking by the ambulance, so apparently Richard Petty says he's okay. Now let's go down to Ned Jarrett in the pit.
We're standing by with Joe Milliken, who was involved in the accident. Joe, what happened over there?
I don't know, Ned. They must have spun out down there or something. We went all down there in the corner. I was trying to dodge them, and Cale running into the back of me and knocked me into them. It's just one of them deals. The racetrack's so narrow, you just don't have anywhere to go.
Are you okay?
Yeah, right.
Well, Joe, we're sorry to see you have this tough luck here, but better luck the next time. We see Richard Petty walking out through here. We'll see if we can get over and get a word with him also. Richard, could we get just... Are you okay first?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Do you know what happened?
Well, yeah, five trying to get around 88, and they got together over in this spin, and I got stopped, and everybody got stopped, and Joe hit me running wide open. I'm said this.
Well, we're happy to see you're okay. There's the champ, Richard Petty, with the smile on his face even after what he's gone through.
Now, I'll tell you, he received a tremendous hand from this crowd gathered here at Martinsville as he was walking to the pit area. Nobody likes to see Richard Petty out of the race, but unfortunately that is the situation this afternoon. Well, we're yellow once again at Martinsville because of the accident with Richard Petty and Joe Milliken. Both drivers are okay. While we're under yellow, we'll pause for this message and be back in a moment. Off of the racetrack, the debris has been cleared from it, but the safety car continues on the race course, and it does have its yellow light on the top of the car still going, indicating that we'll go at least one more before we get green.
Quite a wild ride, it really was. But again, as we said there very briefly, it is a testimony to the way these cars have been prepared as far as the safety factors that are insisted upon by NASCAR. On earlier telecasts, we saw some cars in every kind of a situation, and again here, to be able to sustain a full speed shot to the rear, and no problem as far as the fuel cell, and both drivers, who obviously were shaken just a bit, still walking away the situation. Richard Petty, we saw him rubbing his arm just a little bit as he was walking away there, but you can look back, of course, over the seasons in comparison to the situation he endured in Pocono last year. As we see Richard Petty now,
like an ice bag, yeah.
Has the ice bag on his right arm, so that's a little bump and bruise there, and now Richard has to sit back and watch 447 laps here at Martinsville because his afternoon has come to an end.
Eli, what's the situation now with Kyle? Has there ever been an instance in which Richard takes over that ride from his son Kyle, or does that happen often?
Not very often. I'm trying to think back now to what the driver relief situation has been. Joe Milliken has in the past relieved for Richard Petty, again because of Petty injuries and so on. And of course, a lot of the considerations are because of the size of the driver, the way he can fit comfortably and work his way in. I forget who it was now, was remarking how once he had to relieve drive and could barely reach the gas pedal. And of course, something as insignificant as that is not really insignificant. There's Kyle Petty. Right ahead of him is Terry Labonte in the Stratograph entry out of the Billy Hagan stables. And here at Martinsville, it's always quite an afternoon of racing. The field now going through turns 1 and 2, and you can see the infield jam-packed. I see a little spot there they might be able to airlift the Volkswagen into to try and park. The grandstands, I mean, it would be hard-pressed to put another man in here as far as even using a shoehorn is concerned.
Well, there are seats virtually all the way around this racetrack, the exception the third and fourth turns, but other than that, there's grandstands all around this racetrack, and they are virtually packed here this afternoon. A great crowd on hand to watch the Virginia 500 here at Martinsville. 55 laps have been completed now. We went yellow on lap number 42 because of the Petty and Milligan accident. We have been yellow ever since then, and the yellow continues to be displayed. Now, several cars have made pit stops during this yellow light situation, and Butch Lindley in number 26 is now shown as the leader, with Morgan Shepherd in number 5 running in second position. Mike Alexander is third. Unofficially, Bobby Allison running fourth. Harry Gant is the fifth place car, number 12. Sixth is Darrell Waltrip, and seventh is Neil Bonnet. Those are the unofficial standings at lap number 55 as we continue to run under yellow.
Interesting note about Butch Lindley. He was voted as the most popular driver last year in NASCAR's late model sportsman division. It is a vote that is taken by both the fans and his peers, the co-drivers. So a nice monument there to the Greenville, South Carolina driver. And he has not done much super speedway racing. And he is going to. Butch Lindley expects to be running at Dover shortly and possibly also at the World 600 in Charlotte.
Once again, let's go to Ned Jarrett.
In fact, most of the cars have made pit stops during this caution period. They take this opportunity to change tires, even though they haven't worn them that much, but to check them out, to see how they are wearing and see how the temperature is across the tires. Of course, they also fill in with gasoline, even though they haven't burned a full tank of gas, but it does give them an idea of how many laps they can go in green flag racing. So they use this as an opportunity to check those things out. So most of them are set now for another good hard run once that green flag drops.
Right, and here's this unique starting situation with NASCAR, and this is a great idea. The faster cars move to the outside of the speedway. The slower cars, the lap cars, move to the inside, thus giving the faster cars somewhat of an advantage. And certainly it's a safety factor because they don't have to go around these slower cars as they come down for the green. The safety car has its yellow light out. It pulls into the pit area. We are about to go green once again in the Virginia 500. Here comes the field off of turn number 4. And the green flag is displayed. Butch Lindley in number 26 is your leader at this point, with Morgan Shepherd in number 5 right behind, and then car number 37, Mike Alexander.
We see on the restart Jody Ridley trucking into the pits. The hood goes up on his automobile as the field now rumbles down the back straightaway. Lindley, your leader. Morgan Shepherd second. Mike Alexander moving up to third. Bobby Allison is fourth. Harry Gant is fifth.
Completing lap number 58 here at Martinsville. It is Lindley in 26 being pursued by Morgan Shepherd. Remember, Shepherd is the one that got down to the inside of the racetrack and got on that curve and really triggered the accident that has eliminated Petty and Milligan. Now it is Shepherd to the inside of Lindley as they come off of turn number 4. The cars are almost side by side. Now Morgan Shepherd comes in behind Lindley as they complete another lap and head for turn number 1. Lindley still continuing to show the way here with Morgan Shepherd right behind and Mike Alexander in 37, running in fourth position is the car number 28 driven by Bobby Allison.
People might begin to think that you and I recorded the opening of the broadcast after the race was run because look at your front 3 automobiles. They're all basically those short track drivers who have made the adjustment to Winston Cup National competition. Butch Lindley, Morgan Shepherd, Mike Alexander seems to be having some handling problems now as he goes a bit higher in the turn than everybody else is, and Bobby Allison right there chomping at the bit to try and get by.
Allison to the inside here as they come down the main straightaway. Incidentally, the first 2 drivers at this point, Lindley and Shepherd, are former NASCAR sportsman champions. A battle for 5th position shapes up here. Several cars involved. It is Alexander, Allison, Gant, Waltrip, Bonnet, and Yarborough, and they are all running real close together on the racetrack.
Alexander is having a little trouble keeping the car in low in the turn, but Bobby Allison, you see there, 28, trying to go underneath Allison. Alexander, who is noticeably higher, and this time Bobby tries to drag race down the back straightaway and does step on the button. Meanwhile, a challenge for the lead. And Morgan Shepherd and Butch Lindley are side by side, and Shepherd off turn number 4 looks to the lead.
Well, you can see those cars virtually touch each other as they come off of turn number 4 onto the main straightaway. Morgan Shepherd has taken the lead in the Virginia 500. Now, Butch Lindley drops back into second position. A great pass, a very great job of driving by Morgan Shepherd as he got down to the inside and punched the button coming off of turn number 4 to go around Lindley.
Mike Alexander's handling problems also. Now about a few more cars to get by him. Neil Bonnet, you see right there, the 21 car going underneath Mike Alexander. Darrell Waltrip has also gotten by to make a move. Likewise, Harry Gant. So Alexander has to try and get the handling problems dialed in again. Your leader is Morgan Shepherd, as there's Neil Bonnet. Bonnet, who makes himself known here. This is the only short track that the Wood Brothers race. Their home of Stewart, Virginia, is just a stone's throw from the Martinsville Speedway. Otherwise, this car, number 21, does not campaign on the short track. It is a super speedway automobile that has been converted by the Wood Brothers to run on the short track. Another car fits into the situation, 27, Cale Yarborough. This is the first short track event for the MC Anderson team this year. But of course, we can look back to the fact that the other cars have basically run many other short tracks this season. Richmond, North Wilkesboro, and Bristol. So a car like Neil Bonnet's and likewise one of Cale Yarborough, you might think are a little bit behind the 8 ball trying to dial themselves into short track racing, but there they are right there battling up along the leaders.
That battle there with the white, red, and yellow cars was for 8th, 9th, and 10th positions, and it's shaping up to be a pretty good battle. It involves Alexander and Dale Earnhardt and Terry LaFonte also in the competition at that particular point on the racetrack. Here's your number 37 car, driven by Mike Alexander, who started this race from well up front and is doing a tremendous job here this afternoon. There's Dale Earnhardt, meanwhile, trying to get around him.
Again, you saw Alexander going a bit higher in the turn than Earnhardt. Again, right there, a perfect example. And Earnhardt, anybody really give him an open door, and they'll try and take advantage of it. If a car is not handling correctly, if it's pushing a little bit, when you begin to steer the car continues to want to go in its own direction. It almost has a mind of its own. And if you do open the door just a little bit and give somebody some daylight down underneath you, anybody will take advantage of the situation.
Battle is for ninth position. Earnhardt holds it right now with Alexander right behind him. One thing we have not talked about is the fact that the difference in speed between the pole sitter Ricky Rudd and the slowest qualifier, Cecil Gordon, was less than 1 second. A total of 3.796 miles an hour. A very significant factor here. That's why we're seeing so much good competition among so many cars.
It really is something. They only start 30 cars, or in this instance 31 here at Martinsville because of the short track configuration, but it always turns out to be one of the very best battles as far as the fans are concerned. There you see Butch Lindley. That's the second place battle between himself and the 26 and Bobby Allison in car 28. The leader is still Morgan Shepherd. And Shepherd, who was the defending late model sportsman champion, former pole winner at Richmond earlier this year, he does not have all that much breathing room. But again, it's a long afternoon. If you try and win this race here, as you see Allison trying to make a bid on Lindley, if you try and win this race in the first 30, 40, 50, or 60 laps, you can use up the brakes. If you have to work traffic, you have to pick and choose your spots, so you will use up the brakes. And not to be redundant, but it is very much a factor. Any conversation with any driver here in Martinsville, invariably the word brakes comes into play.
The leader continues to be Morgan Shepherd. Second place, Butch Lindley, and running third is Bobby Allison. Allison would love to take home a victory here this afternoon. There's in the first 4 cars now as they go into turn number 1. Shepherd, Lindley, Allison, Harry Gant running in 4th position. 5th is Darrell Waltrip, and 6th is Cale Yarborough. 7th, Neil Bonnet.
You want to talk about the variety of drivers. We already talked about Morgan Shepherd and his short track accomplishments. We have talked also about Butch Lindley and his. Bobby Allison, of course, a former modified champion twice in the NASCAR NASCAR brigade. And of course, Harry Gant, a regular campaigner on what we like to call the bull rings, again, the short tracks of the United States. So these guys, not to take anything away from those who run the super speedways and have had not the best of showings here, but these guys who run every Friday and Saturday night, or oftentimes Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on a short track somewhere, their expertise. Plus, these cars, the smaller Winston Cup Grand National cars, are not all that much unlike the late model sportsman cars. There's not that much of a difference for these drivers climbing out of their late model sportsman car into these.
Butch Lindley in number 26 was one of the few cars that did not come in for a pit stop during that most recent yellow involving the accident that eliminated Richard Petty and Joe Milliken. So Butch Lindley did not pit. All of the other cars that he is battling with out there did make a pit stop, including Bobby Allison, who is right on his tail. That's a tremendous race. Allison in 28, right behind Butch Lindley in number 26. Now Allison goes to the inside as the cars come off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. But once again, it is Lindley holding off the challenge of Allison. Sneaking up behind Allison, meanwhile, is Harry Gant at car number 12, and now that's a 3-car battle for second position.
Quite a battle. Was still very, very early in the race. Just 79 of the 50 of the 500 laps have been eclipsed. 262 and a half miles is the mileage count throughout this afternoon. But 500 times around this racetrack, negotiating the turns as you go, and every time, don't you think that Butch Lindley, of course, has his hands full enough trying to hang on to second place because he's a veteran driver, but his hands are full. Look in the rear view mirror, and you're filled with the silver streak of Bobby Allison. And right there, watching again, Harry Gant. We see Darrell Waltrip beginning to close in just a bit behind Gant. So those cars are really in for quite a battle here this afternoon. Around James Wilson, car number 48 out of Edmond, South Carolina. The Palatine Automotive sponsored automobile. There you lead. Actually, your second place battle. There's your leader, Morgan Shepherd. Goes around race traffic, something we talked about earlier, Bob. Traffic is a factor all afternoon long here at Martinsville or any short track.
The makeup of this field, 11 Buicks, 8 Pontiacs, 3 Oldsmobiles, 4 Fords, 4 Chevys, and 1 Dodge.
Harry Gant and Bobby Allison just came together, traded some paint off turn number 4, and you see now that allowed Butch Lindley to pull away, if you want to call it an extra car length and a half, an advantage. But Harry Gant tried to go to the outside of Bobby Allison. We have seen time and time again Harry Gant, especially on racetracks with a lot of banking. He likes to run up high. On that time, tried to sneak by Bobby Allison. The cars touched just a bit, but again, that's the lay of the land on the short track.
The leader, Morgan Shepherd, has about a half a straightaway lead now on Butch Lindley. So Morgan Shepherd is beginning to stretch it out just a little bit as Lindley is battling with Allison, Gant, and Darrell Waltrip. Here they are coming off of turn number 4 onto the main straightaway, completing lap number 84. 84 laps have been completed. This is a 500-lap race at the Martinsville Speedway.
Butch Lindley still trying to hold on to that second position. 1977 and 1978 NASCAR National Late Model Sportsman Champion. And now Lindley is the half. As you see, Allison, also the number 12 of Harry Gant, having scooted by. So Butch Lindley, after things were smiling, now is well off the pace. Neil Bonnet goes by him. So too does Benny Parsons. So too Earnhardt. And down the back straightaway, it looks to be a very early afternoon for Butch Lindley. The car noticeably off pace, and Bobby Allison scoots away now in second.
We're keeping our eye on the Butch Lindley car, 26. Here he is pulling into the pit area on the main straightaway. Butch Lindley, who was running in second position, is in the pits as Bobby Allison now moves into second position. We'll be back with more action from Martinsville in a moment. Bob Jenkins and Eli Gold back at the Virginia 500 in Martinsville. We have completed 148 laps, and you're watching a battle for second position. The leader is Morgan Shepherd. The second place car is the 27 of Dale Yarborough. Right behind him, putting on the pressure, is Darrell Waltrip in car number 11. A great battle for second here.
It is as Cale Yarborough tries to hold off the hard-charging Darrell Waltrip. There's Waltrip makes the move to the inside. And that Mountain Dew sponsor, Junior Johnson, prepared out of the field. But Cale Yarborough able to hold off the challenge. There is your leader, Morgan Shepherd, who has had as much as 7.8 seconds of a lead on the second-place runner. That lead is now dwindled just a bit to 6.9. And again, we see the battle for second. The leader is on pit road.
The leader is pitting. The leader is pitting. Morgan Shepherd rolls into the pit area here on the main straightaway. Lap number 150, and the leader is in the pit. This is Morgan Shepherd. We'll wait and see what kind of service he gets. Apparently only fuel, and we have a yellow as we have a car spinning in turn number 2. Darrell Waltrip has spun, bringing out the yellow caution flag here at Martinsville. And action there all of a sudden as we saw the leader go into the pit, just as he was pulling out, Waltrip lost it in turn 2.
Boy, when things happen at Martinsville, they happen very quickly. Darrell Waltrip, always a dependable runner, as he now backs out of harm's way towards the back pit road. Again, as you said, there are pits on both sides of the Speedway. A lot has happened of late. There's been the old bump and run routine on the Speedway. Mike Alexander, Harry Gant were involved in a bit of a bump and run. Also, Dale Earnhardt at about lap 144. That is just a handful of laps ago. His car began to slow down noticeably. First Dave Marcus went by, then the next driver, then the next driver, then a whole host of cars went by Dale Earnhardt. And now feeding time at the zoo as everybody checks in on pit road.
Cale Yarborough is in for pit service, so is Harry Gant in the number 12. We're continuing to watch the Darrell Waltrip car, the number 11, back there in the backstretch. Here is pit action on the main straightaway as Neil Bonnet is in number 21, receiving some fresh rubber on the right side of that car. The safety car is out on the speedway, and the speed has been reduced now as we go yellow for the third time here this afternoon.
So the Wood Brothers of Stewart, Virginia, taking care of the number 21 of Neil Bonnet. Right now, tucked in behind the safety cars, Bobby Wawak and Morgan Shepherd. Let's check on pit road. Ned Jarrett is there.
We're standing in Junior Johnson's pit. Of course, he owns the car that Darrell Waltrip is driving, and they report that the engine let go as he went into the turn, and that was the reason for the spin. Darrell Waltrip is out of here today, but the defending champion will not come back to winner today.
I thought I saw a tremendous amount of smoke coming from that car, and it was more than you would see if the tires, were smoking as he spun. So apparently there was an engine that let go. A lot of action on pit road, Eli.
There's Morgan Shepherd pulling away in the foreground, number 90. That's the Judy Donlevy crew taking care of Jody Ridley's automobile out of Richmond, Virginia, is where the car is maintained. Ducking in is Mike Alexander, leaving is Neil Bonnet. There's Harry Gant in and out very quickly for service from the Jake Elder headed team here this afternoon. There's Waddell Wilson on the Rainier Racing team with service on the number 28 for Bobby Allison. So pit road is the activity right now on 153 of 500 laps around the board.
Well, now, of course, the standings will change dramatically, and as we watch the cars out there on the racetrack, it would appear that perhaps Cale Yarborough is the leader at this point, but we'll have to wait and see. Meanwhile, the cars come in for more service here as Neil Bonnet stops again for some service. So is Morgan Shepherd in the number 5, and Jody Ridley, and again in number 90.
Let's go down to Ned Jarrett. That's where the action is on pit road.
Well, Eli, it was a tough break for Morgan Shepherd. He was sitting in the pits, but they were only putting gasoline in his car number 5 when the caution came out. We'll have to wait for the storage stand to see if he did lose a lap, but it was very unfortunate. He was the only one of the top running cars that had chosen to come in at that particular time. Everybody else now getting to make their pit stops under caution, and of course they are taking advantage of this caution to change all 4 tires, and of course fill it up with gasoline, make any adjustments on the cars that they might want to make.
Ned, what has been the situation as far as tire wear in the first 150 laps this afternoon? Any problems you can see?
Has not been bad at all, Eli. In fact, the fact that Morgan Shepherd's crew chose not to change tires, they did not even plan to change tires. They were just going to put gas in it. That's an indication of the type of tire wear that they're getting. And now the new tires, or cool tires, I should say, are running faster. We noticed that Kyle Petty and Bobby Allison, after having cut down tires, after they came back out with fresh tires on the right side, were running much faster. But that only lasts for about 10 to 15 laps. The tires get heated up and then they're back in the same category with everybody else. But the tire wear is unbelievable here today with the pace that they're setting.
Well, one thing that's helping the tire wear a little bit is not tremendously hot here this afternoon. It's a rather cool day, and perhaps that is also helping the factor getting fairly good tire wear.
We see the hood is up on the Wrangler jeans machine of Dale Earnhardt now on pit road. There's the activity. Doug Richard and the crew, Dale Inman there attending to things. And as he said, it was back, we made a note of it, back on lap 144 when Dave Marcus closed the gap on Earnhardt. As you see a high-level meeting right there trying to work things out. Marcus went by Earnhardt, and now we see a plume of smoke coming out from the right rear of the Dale Earnhardt automobile, and that is never over a good sign, because Earnhardt, he has had a tough season to this point. Of course, the defending Winston Cup Grand National champion, former Rookie of the Year. Maybe Ned has an update on pit road. The engine is not running right. They're trying to figure out if it's the distributor or what the problem is. It is not running right at the moment. Now they're trying to push it away, and it looks like he's coming behind the wall. So Dale Earnhardt, the defending national champion, out of it here now. We'll get to one of the crew members in just a moment and be back to you.
Earnhart won the championship last year in his sophomore year on the Grand National Circuit. He beat Cale Yarborough out for the championship by just 19 points. He won 5 races last year. Unfortunately, it's all over this afternoon in the Virginia 500 for Dale Earnhardt. Now, we anticipate a restart here in just a matter of moments as the safety car has turned out its yellow light and the cars begin to line up two abreast. It appears that Cale Yarborough will be shown as the leader, and running in second position perhaps Terry Labonte. Here is Ned Jarrett. Cale, what's wrong?
I ain't sure. Nothing dropped the valve and broke something. Now, what I well, he's going to sit in the car for a little bit and just see if there is any possibility of getting that car repaired so he can get back out and earn as many points as he possibly can.
All right, we'll be watching to see if Earnhardt can come back into the play of things here. Meanwhile, the green is out, and Cale Yarborough, number 27, is being shown as the leader here with 158 laps complete.
Of course, for car preservation, you'd like to be up near the front. You can run where you want to, at least at this point. Not have to worry about negotiating traffic. If you can let the car kind of drift through the turns, that also will maintain the car and help save on the brakes just a little bit, because there's still plenty of racing. Your leader is Cale Yarborough. Labonte is going second. Benny Parsons is going as the third place runner. Harry Gant is going fourth. Running fifth now will be, as they shuffle the positions through the turn, Bobby Adelson there making a move to the inside underneath Marcus, with Neil Bonnet also taking the free ride.
Bonnet moving up quickly as we continue to watch the leader, Cale Yarborough, in turn number 4. Here he is on the main straightaway. Terry Labonte is in second position, and the number 15 of Benny Parsons is running third now. We have had 3 yellow lights this afternoon, as the first yellow light eliminated Ronnie Thomas early in the activity. Then the accident in turn number 4, which knocked Richard Petty and Joe Milligan out of competition, and some bent sheet metal, but no injuries. And then the most recent yellow involving the spin down in turn number 2, Darrell Waltrip.
Let's bring out our Harry Gant stories again. He seems to be one of the fastest cars on the racetrack now. He is taking care of traffic, and right behind Labonte and Benny Parsons, all of a sudden is Harry Gant. He is running now lower on the racetrack through the turns than is anybody else. So Harry Gant is he'll be coming into the picture as we watch Benny Parsons in the 15 and Labonte in the 44 battling for second spot.
Here is Parsons moving to the inside of Labonte and trying to get around as they head for turn number 1, but cannot do so. A great race there, and now Harry Gant gets a little sideways going through the second turn and loses a bit of distance, and Parsons still maintains his challenge on Terry Labonte in turn number 3. Parsons to the inside. In turn number 4, here is Benny Parsons taking over second position. Parsons is second. Labonte drops back to third.
Boy, Terry was right in there. Didn't want to yield that real estate, but Benny Parsons just stuck the nose of that Bud Moore prepared automobile right in there. The Milling Tool sponsored car. He has second, and now everybody begins to chase down Cale Yarborough. We mentioned it earlier that behind Richard Petty, Yarborough, the second winningest driver on the Winston Cup Grand National Tour here in Martinsville.
Cale Yarborough, your leader. Second place, Parsons. Third is Terry Labonte. Fourth is is Harry Gant, and also doing a great job out there is Bobby Allison. Now a challenge from Harry Gant as he moves up alongside Terry Labonte and tries to take over third position. It is Harry Gant to the inside off of turn number 4. The cars are side by side down the main straightaway. It is Gant to the inside and Labonte to the outside. Let's see how they go through turns 1 and 2. It's still Gant with about a half a car length advantage on Terry Labonte, and now down the backstretch, Gant hits around and takes over third position.
Well, we mentioned before, Harry Gant was on the move. He made that bit of a bobble before, went a little higher on the racetrack, but let's remember back earlier in the race, he had some handling problems. It might have been tire related. They might have been doing some work on the chassis during the repeated pit stops, whatever it is. It looks as though Jay Gelder, who is the crew chief here this afternoon for Harry Gant, seems to have gotten things dialed in. He has disposed of Terry Labonte now and sets his sights on Benny Parsons as the cars go around James Cope's automobile. There's Terry Labonte now being dropped back in the third spot. Your leader is Dale Yarborough. Benny Parsons is running second. Third is Harry Gant. There's fourth place, Labonte in the 44, and Morgan Shepherd again begins to rear his head, running now in fifth. He got caught in the pitch during that last caution period and hurt, but now he flies to the inside of Labonte.
And Morgan Shepherd trying to get around Labonte on the main straight.
Alexander spins at turn 4, gets it back underway, and nearly takes Marcus and Leake Speed along with him. It's been a wild ride for Alexander. The car nearly to the full 360. It was sideways, but he gathered it back in.
No yellow light. The green remains on, and it's been a tough afternoon for Alexander, who we have been noticing throughout the afternoon, obviously experiencing some handling problems, and he lost it there in the third and fourth turns, but did not do a complete spin, so the green stays out. Here, meanwhile, is the battle for fourth position as Labonte and Morgan Shepherd battle it out, with Labonte showing the way right now. Now Shepherd coming up in a slower car to the inside of the racetrack here in turn number 4, and there's also a battle for second place. Harry Gant puts the challenge on Benny Parsons.
There is racing everywhere, as this time Morgan Shepherd side by side with Labonte. Throw a blanket over the two of them right here. Nobody trying to yield the real estate. Morgan Shepherd will go dive into the turn, and he'll grab the position. Meanwhile, Benny Parsons, Harry Gant have all closed in on Dale Yarborough, and what is shaping up as a dandy of a battle for the lead. That interval that had been rather convincing before for Yarborough in the 27 has evaporated. Harry Gant in the number 12, 15 for Benny Parsons. They'll move by race traffic to Bobby Wallach.
Those are the first 3 positions on the racetrack, as now Gant again moves to the inside of Benny Parsons in turn number 4. Yarborough is shown as the leader as they complete lap number 172. Parsons still being able to maintain second position, but Harry Gant now moves to the outside in the first and second turn. Gant will try the outside now as they come off the turn down the backstretch, and Harry Gant has taken over second position.
Boy, Harry is handling himself well here. The car needs to run low. He can run low. If he has to run high, he's able to run high, and now he's set his sights on Dale Yarborough. And you know that Dale has been getting the reports on the radio. He knows exactly what transpires behind him. They'll work to the high side of Joe Fields, as we also watch Morgan Shepherd trying to dispose of Benny Parsons. He does. So Morgan Shepherd now up to third. He'll set sail. Here's Gant going for the lead. In turns 3 and 4, it is Yarborough in the 27, Gant in the 12.
Down the main straightaway, it's Harry Gant tucked in right behind Yarborough, but cannot get around. Yarborough maintains the lead here. Harry Gant now to the inside. He'll try it again as they come off of turn number 2 down the backstretch, but cannot do it, and Yarborough holds off the serious challenge of Harry Gant. Morgan Shepherd, meanwhile, in car number 5, sneaks up on both of them, and we're going to have a 3-car battle in just a moment. Right now it's a 2-car race.
And let's not forget Neil Bonnet. Let's not forget Benny Parsons and Terry Labonte. They too are closing as Gant again wants the lead off turn number 2 at the drag race.
Or Bobby Allison. Allison has been running very strong here this afternoon. He pitted under green and lost some distance, but has been able to move back up and now is well in the top 10. Here's the challenge on the main straightaway once again. It is Yarborough and Gant going at it tooth and nail on the straightaway as they go into turn number 2. Harry Gant once again to the inside with Yarborough outside, and they're side by side down the backstretch.
Harry keeps swinging it off turn 2, accelerates well now to draw along the left rear of Yarborough. Tail sees Jimmy Means out of the in front of him. Harry Gant still through to the inside, but Means out of the way. Gives him racing room.
A good credit there to Jimmy Means, who knew that the faster traffic was behind him. As he swung that car off of the second turn, he immediately dove to the inside to let the faster cars by. Yarborough and Gant continuing to run 1 and 2 here, and now Morgan Shepherd runs in third position. In fourth at this point is Terry LaFonte, fifth is Neil Bonnet, sixth Vinnie Parsons, seventh Bobby Allison. Quite a battle shaping up this time, working around James Hilton's automobile. It's still Cale Yarborough and Harry Gant there. Morgan Shepherd well within shouting distance of you lead Susan. Grand National stock car racing at its best in one of the most picturesque speedways in the Southeast, the Martinsville Speedway. And now another challenge by Harry Gant on the inside in turn number 1. And Gant and Yarborough go through there side by side, and they're still side by side as they go down the backstretch. Gant is in number 12, Yarborough in 27. Unbelievable racing as Harry Gant now still inside on the fourth turn. It's a flying wedge because Morgan Shepherd is right there waiting for either of those front two to bobble. Morgan Shepherd led a good portion of this race, but lost it when he went into the pit just before our third yellow line of the afternoon and lost some distance, but Shepherd undoubtedly has one of the fastest cars on the speedway and has already moved back up into third and now challenges Gant for second position. The three-car battle continues here on the main straightaway with Yarborough, Gant battling it out, and Morgan Shepherd right there too. This time race traffic is a factor. We've got to see where Harry Gant begins to try and make his move. He tried the last couple of times through the dive rather early on Cale Yarborough midway through the turn. He tries it again this time, but after he had to go high and around Tommy Houston, this time he couldn't really make the move. But the last 3, 4, or 5 laps, Harry has tried to make his move just a little bit sooner to see if he can try and slingshot. But obviously Cale is awfully strong. The car is seemingly as we've seen side by side, and still Harry has not been able to really pull away. But here he tries it again. You see this time diving early, midway between turns 3 and 4. But again, Cale Yarborough able to pull him down the straightaway. There's LaFonte. He's closing in. So too is Neil Bonnet, because while those lead duos begin to play it around a bit, everybody else is trying to hook up, and they're going to try and close in. Meanwhile, Yarborough and Harry Gant still with Morgan Shepherd right there to be contended with. Good three-car battle here for the lead. And Ned Jarrett is with the crew chief on the number 12 car of Harry Gant. Here's Ned. Okay, Ned, no, we're talking to Harry on the radio. He's listening back right now. Nick, is he having to punish the car too much the way he's running there? Yeah, he's pushing the brakes real hard, man. I don't know why the brakes are running that hard. Here's that so hard to focus me. I told him to back off for a while. So you ain't back off and not trying to get the lead out there? You know back off, he ain't gonna take it. Okay, here's the man with the running experience. If he don't back off, he's not gonna take it. I think he's right. So Jake Elmer trying to get his arm to slow down, even though he wants to lead real bad. The old race strategy at Martinsville, back off so you can save the car. We've got 186 laps down. It's a 500-lap race, and so we've got a lot of distance to go. The crew chief wants Harry Gant to back off and save the brake. That's going to be awfully tough, though. You can see both sides. Certainly, Jake Elder wants to preserve the car. We've talked about the brakes. Jake Elder talked about the brakes. But when you're right there and you know you can try and get a piece of the lead, you look in the rear view mirror and you see Morgan Shepherd just filling the mirror. It's tough to kind of back off. I'm sure Harry's going to think to himself, hey, it is still early. Let's wait. But he's not giving Cale a whole lot of breathing room there again. There's Gant in the 12 and Yarborough in the 27. It is quite obvious that there is smoke coming from the brakes on that car, the Gant car, as he takes the car into the corners, and quite obvious that the brakes are heating up quite rapidly on that race car. Yarborough is your leader, with Harry Gant running in second position. Morgan Shepherd shown in third now. Running in fourth position is Neil Bonnet. Fifth is Vinnie Parsons. A beautiful afternoon for racing here at Martinsville, and we've seen some excitement already, and we've still got a long way to go in this one. Yarborough is the leader at this point. Yarborough has moved up from 21st starting position to take the lead. And again, a tribute to David F. and the MC Anderson racing team. We mentioned before, even though the rest of the circuit has run the short track at Richmond, Virginia, the short track at North Wilkesboro, and likewise Bristol, Tennessee, Yarborough did not. This is his first visit to the short tracks this season. They've had to get those tracks together. Right now, Ned Jarrett is on pit road. He has Darrell Walsham, the race's defending champion, with him. Well, the defending champion of the Virginia 500 won't win it here today. Darrell Walsham off in there.
valve drain moved. He seemed very confident this morning that the problem we were having was not going to be anything for today. I really felt like that we found the problem and we resolved it. But apparently it was more severe and done more damage than we had anticipated, and it knocked us out of the race. Darrell is setting a tremendous pace after everybody using their brakes. Is it surprised that you know we're not halfway yet that they're running as hard as they are? Well, it seems that there's some awfully hungry people on the racetrack right now that really want to win awful bad, and they're willing to pay the price. They're rolling the dice, hoping that it hangs together, I guess. Well, when he says rolling the dice, he's talking about using up those brakes and the other parts of the car that makes them to be here to track like Martinsville.
Harold Waltrip out of the competition gives us some insight on this race from Ned Jarrett in the pit area. Meanwhile, it's the Yarborough, Gant, and Morgan Shepherd race going on the Speedway at 193 laps. Gant is still trying to get around Yarborough here on the main straightaway, but cannot do it. Is he challenging Yarborough seriously? Does he want to get around to this point, Eli?
Well, it's tough to tell. Very much of the race, of course, is the mental factor, letting the guy know that you're there. A race driver like Richie Evans in the modified ranks, he is so good at doing that. If he's not leading, well, he'll just hound you to death. I mean, he will not give you a break. Harry Gant is no slouch. He's been around. Evidently, the car seems to be able to run well, though he has been side by side with Yarborough and has not been able to pull away with the lead. He has been right there to challenge. At this point, he might be playing the thinking game just a bit. It's only 195 or 500 laps. There's a long way to go. And with the brake problem that Jake Elder alluded to earlier, maybe Gant is there and says, all right, Cale, I'm around. Let's go around a while, a minute less, but I'm here.
The third place driver, Morgan Shepherd, is the current leader of the Champion Spark Plug Rookie of the Year Award. Shepherd has amassed 78 points so far on the Grand National Circuit this year. In second position in the battle for the Rookie of the Year honors is Tim Richmond, who is also still out there in competition this afternoon in the Uno number 99. Running in third position in the battle for the Rookie of the Year honors, Elliott Forbes Robinson, who is not here. Fourth, Mike Alexander, who we have talked about earlier this afternoon in car number 37. He too is still out there in competition.
Tim Richmond at this point in the race for Pepsi right now, he is the car directly ahead of the Grayson, so he is in a perfect situation to go yet another lap in the rear. He also has some left front damage, which of course does not aid things on the automobile at all. Again, Harry Gant, you see him trying to the inside of Yarborough, trying to make his dive underneath Cale from different points on the racetrack. But at this point, things seem to have stabilized. Morgan Shepherd is right there, and now Leo Bonnet is beginning to expose. As Yarborough there pulls away, if you can call pulling away a car makes it a half an advantage, well, that's the way it's been here all afternoon.
Well, it isn't really that much of an advantage, and we are just about to complete 200 laps. Yarborough streaks down the backstretch, and as he comes around here to complete the next lap, it will be number 200. And here is Yarborough off of the turn. Gant right alongside him to complete 200 laps. Gant and Yarborough are still going at it out there. Gant to the inside, a slower car in front of him. Here they are off of the second turn, and Gant is able to get around momentarily down the backstretch. Gant and Yarborough side by side in turn number 3. Let's watch them. And they bump. Yarborough and Gant come together, and Morgan Shepherd is in there also. What a race!
Welcome to the short track. As Morgan Shepherd now wants that lead back. He and Harry Gant are right there, side by side this time. And right there you can throw all the strategies out of the window. When you start bouncing, anything can happen. And now Shepherd in the number 5 battling Gant. Shepherd is somewhat sideways. He gathers it back in. Yarborough was on the binders. Bonnet was on the binders. And it's a 4-way battle now for the lead. Unbelievable.
I thought sure Morgan Shepherd was going to lose it, but he didn't. Gant is now leading with Shepherd in second position. Yarborough is third, and Neil Bonnet is running in fourth position. Gant now able to stretch out the lead just a little bit on Morgan Shepherd. Wow, what tremendous racing. That's the reason why over almost 30,000 people have gathered here this afternoon. It's a long race, but they know that there is competition and action at all times during this event. We've sure seen it so far.
As they like to say sometimes, grab on, put your teeth in the pocket, we're going racing. And that is that kind of the afternoon here at Martinsville. Your leader is still Harry Gant, Morgan Shepherd second.
And running in third, Yarborough fourth is Neil Bonnet, and we'll be back with more of the Virginia 500 in a moment. In the standings at this point, Harry Kent of number 12 is your leader. Morgan Shepherd is second. Third is Cale Yarborough. Fourth is Neil Bonnet. Those are the only 4 cars on the lead lap. In 6th position, a lap down, is Terry Labonte, and in 6th position is Dave Martin. 263 laps complete.
It has indeed been the Harry Gant show to this point since lap 212 when he was up by 3.5 seconds. It is now a 7.7-second advantage for your leader there, Harry Gant.
And we'll go down to the pit area now where Ned Jarrett has a report.
Neil Bonnet has just moved around Cale Yarborough, and with Glenn Wood, who owns the car number 21, and they've been just sort of tooling it up to this point. You have a tough time finishing here at your home track in the last several years. I know you want to perform well before the whole town comes. Well, yeah, that's true. We're going a little high here. Well, hoping for one of their events here this afternoon. They got to be just efficient on that.
All right, so Neil Bonnet has gotten around Cale Yarborough and is in 3rd position. There is Boston at number 21. Behind him, Yarborough at 27.
9 cars showing at this point officially out of the race stop. 22 remain. Ronnie Thomas, Davey McDuffie, Richard Petty along with Joe Milliken, Butch Lindley, Darrell Walton, Dale Earnhardt, Benny Parsons, and most recently Cecil Gordon showing as the cars do time by the wayside. Now 267 laps into the 500 that make up the Virginia 500. We're seeing now a pattern. Even though Harry Gant continues to run well, the groove has noticeably changed. The way the cars are getting around the racetrack, they're stretching it out more of a cart, more of a swooping kind of maneuver in turns 3 and 4. Turns 1 and 2 similar, though maybe not quite as pronounced. You see Harry Gant there. Watch the line he's taking, a lot higher up on the racetrack than you saw the cars running earlier. The groove has begun to move upstairs or higher on the racetrack.
Gant is known for preferring the inside route, but you can see there that he kept the car well above that concrete, which is now on the very inside of the turn. Gant kept it up on the asphalt to save the tires just a little bit more.
It is also interesting to note about Harry Gant. His racing situation and strategy obviously will shift from racetrack to racetrack. Here he does one way, dealing with race traffic. Take a racetrack like Dover, Delaware, Dover down to Monster Mile, as they call it. But what Harry does there, he takes his own line. It's called the Gant way of doing it. He just rides around, rim rides, if you will. He just goes around the very top of the banking. After 500 laps, seemingly, that's the way Harry does it. But he's able there to get the extra torque off the turn and make an advantage for him. Here, of course, is the battle that everybody has been watching right now as Neil Bonnet has gone around Cale Yarborough. That's the battle for 3rd and 4th position. Neil Bonnet, again, is a man who has not had a victory here at Martinsville, though Cale has had 6 of them.
And the 2 cars, Bonnet and Yarborough, are going around the slower car of Bobby Waylock in number 94. To recap very briefly, we have had 3 yellow flag situations here this afternoon. 3 times the yellow flag has come out. The first one was for an accident involving Ronnie Thomas in turn number 2. Then the most serious accident of the day knocked out Richard Petty and Joe Milliken, the 2 cars coming together with Milliken rear-ending Petty and really damaging some sheet metal, but no injury to the driver. And the other yellow light was brought out by a minor spin involving car number 11, Phil Walton, when he apparently lost the engine in turn number 2.
One car we have not talked much about of late, that's the leader of the Alabama. He was 2 laps down as far as activity on the racetrack was concerned. Then during one of the breaks, he went in and stayed on the fence for 9 laps more, so he is now 11 laps to the rear. Also, we haven't said all that much about Dave Marcus, and now Dave recently is being passed by our leader Harry Gant to go a lap down, but Dave Marcus is one who has run well. The Malibu of his has performed pretty well and took him to a pole sitting situation in Wilkesboro. He ran well at Darlington. There's Morgan Shepherd, still your 2nd place runner, but at last check, 7.7 seconds down to Harry Gant.
And still out there on the racetrack is the number 42 of Kyle Petty. Here's the leader, Harry Gant, as he takes the car into turn number 3. Gant in number 12 is about to complete lap number 275. And officially, Ricky Rudd, who was the pole sitter here today and who jumped off to an early lead, is in 7th position. And in 8th position unofficially is Jody Ridley in number 90. Both of those cars are 2 laps down. Morgan Shepherd in the number 5 is moving up through some of the slower traffic. There's number 99 driven by Tim Richmond. Dan, meanwhile, has no traffic around to the rear of him, but he does have a couple of slower cars in front of him trying to go around right now on the main straightaway.
Lap 276, it is a 9-second advantage for Harry Gant over your second place winner Morgan Shepherd. So those cars, as you can see, working race traffic, but Harry is still handling so very well. We've seen him work well low on the racetrack. When he has to go high, he works well up high. And it was only a matter of one pit stop and maybe a change of tires back a while ago. We see him look there at Kyle Petty as he works down the back straightaway. And that third place final between Neil Bonnet and Mikhail Yarborough. Harry Gant seems to have dialed it in well. Harry Gant has not been a winner here at Martinsville. Matter of fact, on the Winston Cup Grand National Tour, Harry Gant has never tasted victory. So, although we're still early, 278 laps, and anything can happen in racing, and it's quite a show for that man piloting the Rainy Chevy City, number 12, out of the Kenny Childers stables in Bluefield. Harry Gant, the driver here this afternoon.
And Gant showing as the leader here with 278 laps complete. And as we've indicated, it's never won a Grand National race, and he would love to take home the victory here this afternoon. So with Morgan Shepherd in car number 5, who is running in 2nd position at this time. Neil Bonnet, the number 21. We talked earlier about how we had witnessed a modified race here at Martinsville that we presented for you on ESPN. And Neil Bonnet competed in that modified race and did rather well. Now here this afternoon in his larger Grand National closed wheel car, running in 3rd position. And moving down the straightaway here in front of this huge crowd that has gathered, now sets the car into turn number 3 and 4. Goes around the slower car in turn number 3, off of it onto the main straightaway, putting another lap on James Hilton in car number 48, the yellow car to the inside.
8 times here at Martinsville Speedway, a Grand National race has been won by the man who started second on the outside of row number 1. That's where Harry Gant started here this afternoon. So statistically, that is one of the preferred spots. 8 times the pole winner has won. 8 times it has been from the second place start.
Here in this race, Darrell Waltrip was the winner. Benny Carson finished in 2nd position. Richard Petty finished 3rd. Dale Yarborough was 4th. Joe Milliken 5th. Neil Bonnet 6th. Jody Ridley 7th. Dave Marcus was 8th. Cliff Johnson 9th. And Buddy Harrington finished in 10th position. That was a year ago at this race. We continue to watch the activity here in this Virginia 500 with Harry Gant leading. We'll be back with more action from Martinsville in a moment. Four cars unofficially on the same lap here at this point in the race, as we have a little less than 200 laps to go. And the very latest scores, highlights, interviews, and all the news in the world of sports is brought to you throughout the day on ESPN Sports Center. We bring you a 30-minute edition several times every day and night, Monday through Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday at 11 o'clock. You'll have a full 60 minutes of sports center to keep you right up to date with all the latest happenings. It's the most comprehensive sports news program on television, and it's exclusively yours on ESPN. We're covering for you today the Virginia 500 lap, I should say, Grand National Truck Car Race in Martinsville, Virginia. And with just over 300 laps complete, Morgan Shepherd is leading the event with Harry Gant running 2nd, Neil Bonnet 3rd, and Dale Yarborough 4th.
262.5 miles makes up 500 laps here at the Martinsville Speedway. There's your leader, Morgan Shepherd. As he mentioned, he has a special affinity for this track. I don't know if you realize, Bob, but Morgan Shepherd was married here at the Martinsville Speedway last year. He was part of the activities surrounding the Cardinal 500, which is the fall doubleheader event for NASCAR modified and late model sportsman racing. And Ray Earls and his crew here put together a beautiful setup right at the start-finish line. A full winning ceremony. You had thousands and thousands of witnesses for those folks in the stand. The front straight straightaway lined with flowers and the appropriate accoutrements for a wedding ceremony. So a little special feeling for Morgan Shepherd here at the Martinsville Speedway.
Well, that's interesting. I'm sure he would like to pull off a victory here and make it the place where he won his first Grand National race.
You know, he's come awfully close this year. Morgan almost won the 400-lap event at the Richmond Fairgrounds Speedway back in February. He talked about him winning the pole there at that event, and he didn't fare all that poorly, obviously. When you can get yourself going, Morgan Shepherd can do the job as anybody else can. In Richmond, he finished fourth behind the winner, Darrell Waltrip, Ricky Rudd, and Richard Petty. But Morgan Shepherd has been so close, but so too has Harry Gant's been so close. And I know the fans viewing and those here at the Speedway this afternoon pulling for their favorite, but they also oftentimes like to pull not so much the underdog, but maybe for the surprise competitor. And at this point, you've got a boatload of folks who are certainly within the battle for the win.
There's the third place car driven by Neil Bonnet, the number 21, not too far behind him is Cale Yarborough in 27. There's the leader, Morgan Shepherd, as he comes off of the turn and puts another lap on Joe Fields in car number 64. Well, at this point in the NASCAR season, Bobby Allison, who has had his trouble here this afternoon, although he is still out there in competition, is leading the point standings. Waltrip is second. Harry Gant is third in points at this time. He is running in second place at this time and could certainly pick up a few valuable points toward the national championship if he were to win here today. The current leader, Morgan Shepherd, at this point in the season is not in the top 15 in point standings.
Morgan Shepherd currently 19th overall in the Winston Class National Points Chase, and is led by Bobby Allison. Morgan Shepherd, as a matter of fact, among those who we said before, in contention for the Rookie of the Year honors. He has entered 6 races at this point, finished twice in the top 5 in the Winston Class National Points Chase, and is led by Bobby.
Almost a half a straightaway, and then about the same distance between Gant and the third place, Neil Bonnet, then about 5 or 6 car lengths between Bonnet and Yarborough.
Let's now update one of those races between or involved in the race here, and that's the race for the Champion Spark Plug Rookie of the Year honors. We talked about it earlier when the situation on the racetrack was not quite as clear as it is right now. Morgan Shepherd leads the Rookie of the Year chase by only 5 points over Tim Richmond. Although Richmond is still on the racetrack, he has a good number of laps in arrears, and of course Morgan Shepherd, should he win or even should he stay among the leaders, so this would be a great shot in the arm for him towards the big money that is involved in the Champion Spark Plug Rookie of the Year race that of course goes on throughout the entire 31 race schedule. So a story within the story, as they say, Ricky Rudd's automobile, car number 88, continuing to move along, going at the last juncture, of course, a couple of laps down, but Ricky thought he had things together here. Of course, he won the pole, started well, he became the 8th different pole sitter in 9 races on the Winston Cup Tour, and he still shows us 1 lap in arrears now, running 5th on the racetrack.
Your leader, Morgan Shepherd, number 5. Looks like the car now Yarborough to the wall. Here, Yarborough in trouble in turn number 3. Some smoke coming from that car as Morgan Shepherd completes another lap. But there Yarborough, here he is, coming down the main straightaway, and there was smoke showing from the rear end of that automobile. He could have lost an engine. It looks like it could be over for the 4th place competitor here this afternoon. Cale Yarborough. We'll see if he pulls it into the pit area on the back stretch. Yes, he is.
A lot of tough break for the David F. crew and for Cale Yarborough, who said so much earlier. That car is running its first short track race of the year, and a lot of preparation was done to try and get himself in and along the lines of the other cars who have the experience this year running on the short track on a tough break. Interesting note as we sitting here and thinking about all those who have led in the Virginia 500 as we see Cale Yarborough on pit road. Neil Bonnet, who of course led there very briefly during the last caution period. He was the 6th different leader that we've seen here this afternoon. Now the record for this race is 7 different leaders back in 1975. So as far as shooting the record books, there's something we can consider here a bit later on today.
Well, we have Ned Barrett very near the Cale Yarborough pit, and we'll be standing by to hopefully get a report from Ned as he tries to work his way into the Cale Yarborough pit area and get a few words with Cale. Cale was running in 3rd position when the engine apparently let go. We'll find out for sure now as we go to Ned Barrett. Ned?
What went wrong? Some winning engine there, I don't know, all I know they'll stop the valve.
Well, for your first short track race of the year, the car was still going well for you.
Well, it did pretty good. a shot at it. We kept playing with the test a little bit. But caught in a little bit. I was very well pleased. Well, he's one of the top winners here at Martinsville. And when he said playing with the champion, that means that he was making adjustments on those tip stops, distributing the weight in different places, hoping to get it just right.
Yarborough was running in fourth position when the engine let go on that car, so now there are only 3 cars in the lead lap. Morgan Shepherd, your leader. Harry Gant running second. Now Neil Bonnet, number 21, is the third place car, and the only cars on the lead lap with Gant and Shepherd.
And of course, the intervals we see there is what Morgan Shepherd kind of pushing Jody Ridley down the racetrack here at Martinsville. Morgan Shepherd a comfortable lead over second place runner Harry Gant, who in turn is comfortably ahead of your third place runner Neil Bonnet. So Morgan Shepherd through turn 4 underneath Jody Ridley, puts him yet another lap down, and things seem to have stabilized here midway through the Virginia 500.
Showing 324 laps complete of 500 in the Virginia 500. Morgan Shepherd, the number 5, continuing the lead. And with about a half a straightaway advantage over Harry Gant. Putting a lap on some of the slower cars now. Once again, Bobby Lowlock going down. Right ahead of Morgan Shepherd is the number 52 car, driven here this afternoon by Jimmy Means, and now Shepherd works to the outside of Means in turn number 4 and gets around easily on the main straightaway.
We've had the clock on the 3 cars in the lead lap. It is a 3-second advantage now for Morgan Shepherd over Harry Gant, and Gant in turn has 2.6 seconds over third place runner Neil Bonnet. So the intervals at this point seem to have obviously pretty well equalized, and these drivers now have to start conserving the car again, not to be redundant, but it is indeed a fact of life here at Martinsville. 327 laps remaining, still a long way to go here on the straight half-mile racetrack in Virginia. Morgan Shepherd is your leader. He's running well. He's taking a very steady line. He has not bobbled much, and he really is things dialed in. You see him low on the racetrack there as he works his way through third, 3 and 4, then zips to the high side with Joey Labonte there in car 44, showing as a lap down. So things seem to have stabilized. The leader's running well. There's a 3-second edge for that man. Morgan Shepherd over Harry Gant. Then 2.6 seconds over third place runner Neil Bonnet.
The most recent yellow was for Mike Alexander, who stalled in turn number 2. However, Mike has gotten back out in competition and is still out there. So, with 329 laps complete, it is still Morgan Shepherd first, Harry Gant second, and Neil Bonnet third. Back at Martinsville, Virginia, for more of the Virginia 500 in a moment.
West Virginia making his way back across the racetrack. Ronnie, who spun back on the 4th lap here to open up this afternoon's activities, was taken to the safety center and then out to a hospital for observation. Good to see him back.
He brought out the first yellow of the afternoon and apparently received some kind of arm injury. Here's Ted Jarrett.
Well, the 3 leaders have been in and have service on their cars. They each have changed all 4 tires and filled up with gasoline, which should let them go the rest of the way here. Both of the second and third place cars were dropping back a little bit behind Shepherd. This crew chief told us that he had a good set of tires. That means they were working perfectly for him. Of course, the others have measured their tires and hope that they have the ones on that will give them the run that they need here at the end. So I think we're in for a shootout for the finish of this race.
Well, we'll see. The green is back out now, and we're underway once again with 388 laps completed. The 44 car of Terry Labonte is not in the lead. Morgan Shepherd, who is second in the train there, is the leader. And right behind him, Harry Gant. The number 28 car, Bobby Allison, is not in contention. Here is Shepherd moving to the inside. 3 and 4 coming off of it onto the main straightaway. And Morgan Shepherd will try to get around Terry Labonte as they go into turn number 1, and he does so. So Shepherd is the leader, with Gant now also trying to get around Labonte as they go down the backstretch.
Well, there's so much on the line here this afternoon as Harry Gant chases down from second spot, and there's Neil Bonnet running in third. There's so many built-in stories now beginning to shape up. If either Morgan Shepherd or Harry Gant takes the victory, well, that means those respective car owners can join the Winston Cup Winners Circle plan, of which there is one vacancy still remaining. That means a lot of money to the respective car owners. So another of the stories that are developing here. Harry Dent trying to work behind that man, Morgan Shepherd, who continues as your leader.
Harry Labonte is still behind the leader, Shepherd, but is not in contention. Dan having a bit of a problem getting around Labonte. And so is Neil Bonnet in the number 21. There they are, down the back stretch. Dan still tries to get around Labonte as he dives to the inside, but cannot get around. Dan using that lower groove here to try to get around Terry Labonte.
You can see the change in the way the cars are handling here. The newer tires that were put on during the most recent series of pit stops have allowed the cars to work themselves in a groove a bit lower than they were earlier. Bobby Wawak is back out of pit road along the back straightaway. There you see the 94 car in the corner of the screen. He is back after a lengthy visit. Morgan Shepherd, your leader. And Harry Dent has a pencil trying to get around Labonte, number 44. Labonte is in fifth place, a couple of laps down. There's Dent, number 12, going inside of him. Again, glued low to the racetrack. Swings it off the turn, and there's your third place runner, Neil Bonnet.
Well, while Harry Dent and Neil Bonnet are trying to get around Terry Labonte, Morgan Shepherd stretches out the lead just a little. Now, Dan is able to get around Labonte off of turn 4 onto the main straightaway. So Dan has moved around now and set his sights on Shepherd, who has been able to stretch out the lead a little bit on Harry Dent. It's now about a half a straightaway lead.
And a good piece of driving by Neil Bonnet is snakes in and around the 88 of Ricky Rudd to now draw alongside Labonte and try and keep pace with Harry Dent.
So Neil Bonnet also gets around Labonte on the back stretch.
Bobby Allison, we see, back on pit road down along the back straightaway area, being serviced again, and now overheating as the car smokes to a stop. That is being pushed back. You see Waddell Wilson going into the hood of the Bobby Allison entry, the Rainier Racing Team, number 28. Bobby, again, we mentioned it earlier, has never won a Grand National race here at Martinsville. He has won here with a modified car and has been oh so close so many times, has not really been able to hold it together until the second flag. That man, though, Morgan Shepherd right there, has things to his own liking right now. He is taking care of race traffic and has again put out a pretty good sentiment between himself and Harry Dent.
The car that appeared to catch fire at the end of the pit area, Tim Richmond, apparently no serious problem because he is back out there on the racetrack. This is the battle for second place that we're watching. The two cars involved are Harry Dent and Neil Labonte. Morgan Shepherd is well out into the lead at this point. There he is, putting another lap on Tim Richmond. Shepherd completes lap number 398. He's got 102 laps to go. Still a long time to go here before the checkered flag comes out to end the Virginia 500. Now Neil Bonnet puts the challenge on Harry Dent as those cars streak down the backstretch. It is Bonnet trying to get around Dent. Bonnet works to the inside. Bonnet, the red and white car number 21, the Ford, trying to get around the number 12 Oldsmobile of Harry Dent. Now as they go into turn number 1, it's side by side. Bonnet to the inside and Dent to the outside, and it appears that Neil Bonnet is going to get around. Let's watch him as they go into turn number 3. It's still door handle to door handle.
Here's where Bonnet made the move earlier as Dent goes higher on the racetrack, drove in a little deeper into the turn, but Neil Bonnet can't quite get by that time, but he'll try it again as the turn situation seems to be in Neil Bonnet's favor.
This really the only race that we see on the track at this time with Shepherd well out into the lead. Ricky Rudd in number 88 is running fourth at this time. He is a lap down. 2 laps down is the fifth place car of Terry Labonte in 44.
You think now trying to straighten it out, you saw him bounce off the curve there momentarily. There's Morgan Shepherd running well. Again, Harry Dent was able to pull down the straightaway. Neil Bonnet tried to make the move in the turn, couldn't quite do so on lap 4:01.
Morgan Shepherd complete lap 402 now as he flashes by the main straightaway. And about a half a lap behind is the Harry Dent and Neil Bonnet race.
A lot of people might be wondering, Bobby Allison, why does he keep continuing? At last report, he was 11 laps down, and certainly now a good number more in arrears. He is the current point champion, or the current leader, at least, on the Winston Cup points race. And even if Bobby finishes 25 or 50 or 100 laps down, he will still get points and get credit for finishing the race.
That has had some tough luck in the early and middle goings of this race. Dent and Bonnet battle it out for second position in the Virginia 500. We'll be back with more action from Martinsville in a moment. Speedway for the Virginia 500. Tim Winston at number 99, one of those in the battle for Rookie of the Year, is still out there. He has had his problems this afternoon. He spun once out of the fourth turn right at the entrance to the pit area and came on in. A few laps ago, there appeared to have been a fire in that race car as he pulled out of the pit area, but he is still out there in competition. Tim Richmond wants to earn the Rookie of the Year honors in the Grand National Circuit this year. Last year, he was voted Rookie of the Year at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the 500-mile race. Morgan Shepherd continues to be your leader here with 425 laps complete. We will not set a new record here this afternoon. The record for this race, 500 miles, or 500 laps, I should say, 3 hours and 22 minutes for an average of 78.052 miles an hour. You mentioned Tim Richmond. You want to talk about a man who's had to make some transition. How about getting out of a champ car and stepping into one of these 3,700-pound stock cars? You know, watching the champ car circuit, used back in Cardin and Championship Race League and so on, touch the steering wheels of those machines and then you begin to turn. These cars, of course, are a bit more play and you have to really start rustling the cars through the turn. And I know it's an interesting transition for Tim Richmond. Of course, there have been some other drivers who have gone the other way. I know Donnie Allison was one man who was Rookie of the Year in Indianapolis, and the very next day went to the World 600 in Charlotte and won that race. So people have done it before, but it certainly is an interesting change and two completely different brands of racing. Morgan Shepherd would like very much to win this race. His nearest competitor is Terry Gant, the number 12. Right behind them is Neil Bonnet, the number 21. There are 3 cars on the lead lap. 2 of them right here, Gant and Bonnet battling for second position. That race has been going on for several laps now, ever since we had the yellow. And Bonnet has been content, or at least appears to be content at this time, to stay right where he is and not give Harry Gant a serious challenge. As we near the later stages of this race and get down to a situation where we've only got a few more laps to go, perhaps Bonnet will try to get around Gant and then try to work up to Morgan Shepherd. But for right now, with more than 75 laps to go, Bonnet content for third behind Gant and Morgan Shepherd.
One has to think at this point Harry Gant knows what his car can do. He also knows the capabilities of Neil Bonnet's automobile and vice versa. The experimenting has been going on here throughout the afternoon. A 7-second lead for Morgan Shepherd. At this point, if things hold together, I think there's nothing that Harry Gant or Neil Bonnet can do, barring a mishap on the part of Morgan Shepherd's automobile. That car has been running a superior race all afternoon. He has withstood the bumps and the bruises, and he has not had the easiest of days. There's never an easy day here at Martinsville. Has Neil Bonnet going downstairs on Harry Gant.
And Gant got a little bit high there in the turn, and Bonnet was able to get around momentarily. Now Bonnet also to the inside in turns 1 and 2, and Bonnet moves around Harry Gant and takes over second position. Just when we speculated that Bonnet might be willing to settle back into third, he says, let's move into second position and sit around Harry Gant. Now Lucky Rudd in the number 88 car is challenging Harry Gant there on the inside. Rudd, remember, is at least 1 lap down. He is shown in 4th position at this time, but is off of the lead lap. But nevertheless, Ricky Rudd pulls right alongside Harry Gant, and perhaps Gant is suffering some kind of mechanical problem, but he appears to be slowing down at this time, allowing Bonnet to stretch out the second place advantage just a little. Harry Gant now on the outside and Ricky Rudd on the inside, and those 2 cars battle for position.
Harry going a little bit higher. That's what you mentioned before, Bob. What opened the door for Neil Bonnet, and here's Ricky Rudd trying to sneak by. Ricky was going to run up on behind of James Hilton there, number 48. So he backs away, and Harry Gant maintains the position over Ricky Rudd. It's a flying wedge down the straightaway as they go around the car number 48 of James Hilton. Quite the ride there, but again, Harry Gant, we have a great view here in our broadcast location. He is really wrestling the car coming off turn number 4, and he is now slowing as Mike Alexander goes around Harry Gant. James Hilton is right there, and Harry Gant is indeed having some
problems right here. There's Ricky Rudd. And Ricky Rudd actually touched the back bumper of Hilton as he got around him on the main straightaway and touched it going into turn number 1. There was actually contact between those two cars. Not much, but they did bump. Morgan Shepherd continues to be your leader here. And now Neil Bonnet started second with Harry Camp in third. But again, the distance between the first and second place cars continues to stretch out just a little. Ned Ford is in the pit with Harry Camp. We're with Nick Elmer. Nick is going down. What's wrong? Then he has dropped the valve. That means he has lost the cylinder, so that causes him to slow down. Is he out of white also? So he'll just try to ride it out. Tough luck for Harry. He has had a tremendous year this year. He has won several races, has qualified well, but has not yet earned his way into victory lane, and apparently will not this afternoon. It's been a busy week for Harry Gant as well, because he was here to qualify on Thursday, then flew by private plane to Talladega, Alabama, for some testing there for the Mach 1 racing team at the Alabama International Motor Speedway. He then returned here to Martinsville to compete, so it's been a busy week of racing, and it's a tough place for Harry Gant because he has done one whale of a job here this afternoon. Let's run down the standings as we have them. The top 10 at this point. Shepherd is the leader in number 5. Second place is the number 21 of Neil Bonnet. Third is Ned. One lap down in fourth position is Ricky Rudd. In fifth position, 2 laps down, the number 44 of Terry Labonte as we watch number 67 driven by Buddy Harrington, who started up front here this afternoon. In sixth position, 5 laps down, Jody Ridley. Seventh position, Ron Bouchard in 47. Eighth is the number 42 of Kyle Petty. Ninth is car number 71 is Dave Marcus. And running in fifth position, 7 laps down, is the number 66 of Lake Speed. Buddy Harrison in 67 continues to run, but so does Morgan Shepherd. 9 seconds the advantage now for Morgan Shepherd over second place runner Neil Bonnet. You mentioned Ron Bouchard. As we watch Morgan Shepherd here, we should give him a good call because he's taken over the controls of the Raceville Farms entry. And of course, the Pittsburgh, Massachusetts driver has done well here this afternoon. Here's Harry Gasco, the number 12, with Kyle Petty going by him. And Harry is just tough. That is one car bounces off the wall there. Tommy Dale and B.K. Ulrich, that combined entry with B.K. at the wheel. Take a little rough midway down the back straightaway as Harry Gasco past him. Now we watch Ricky Rudd in number 88. He was able to get around Harry Gant as Gant has begun the slowing down process. Now, Ricky Rudd now only with about a half a straightaway to go, or a half a lap to go, before he will unlap himself and go into the lead lap and take over third position from Harry Gant. It's a tall order, of course. At this point, a half a lap or a quarter of a mile here at Martinsville for that man, Ricky Rudd. Should he, of course, become within striking distance or shouting distance of Morgan Shepherd, he'll really turn the wick up and hope, of course, for a caution flag, which would allow himself to rejoin Morgan Shepherd lined up 1 and 2. But, of course, a lot of ifs and accidents, and Ricky Rudd has the day cut off for him this afternoon. He, of course, brought out that second caution here today back on the 42nd lap as he and Morgan Shepherd got together, and then Kyle Richard Petty and Joe Milligan then followed. So it's a tall order for Ricky Rudd, but we've seen Walton last year come back from 2 laps down to win the race, this very event. So, of course, here in the short track of Martinsville, anything is possible. Morgan Shepherd has just put another lap on the number 67 car of Buddy Harrington. There is the number 3 place car of Harry Gant, and number 4 now, Ricky Rudd in 88. Harrington started well up front here this afternoon. As a matter of fact, he started in third position. This is his hometown. Buddy Harrington lives in Martinsville, Virginia. He is married, has 2 children, ran all the races last year, was in the top 10 7 times. His best finish was 6th in Richmond in the 400-mile race at that particular racetrack. Buddy Harrington in car number 67, still out there in competition, but several laps off the pace. At this point, a battle beginning to shape up now with Harry Grant having fallen off the pace. Ricky Rudd really needs to pass Harry Grant in their current situation on the racetrack to take over third place in the running order. And Ricky Rudd is quickly closing in, and Grant now will pit as we see Benny Parsons chasing over there as he hops into the number 47 replacing Ron Bouchard. Here is Harry Grant into the pit area. This could be a routine pit stop, although it could be something more serious. The crew comes out to change rubber on the right side. The hood is not up on the car, so obviously they're not going to do any work in the engine compartment, but they will change rubber here on the right side and will get some gasoline before putting back out. Harry Grant back out there in competition, but now it is Ricky Rudd who has moved into third now behind Morgan Shepherd, the leader, and Neil Bonnet. And of course, with Ricky Rudd moving up, that tightens the battle as we've been talking. On the back pit area, Benny Parsons now piloting the 47. The race will find Benson replacing Ron Bouchard. Mike Alexander goes high in the turn, but it's all, forget it, for Morgan Shepherd. That's happening behind them, and a good distance behind them, because that car is moving around and doing a fine job. On the pit road area, Ned Jarrett with an update. Well, Walter Hogan said this is in the race with Ronnie Thomas. Ronnie, have to go to the hospital. Don't tell us how you are. Well, I'm all right, man. I'm just going to look at this ball on the left hand. If I pick up with this on that, I'll be all right. I thought I was going to take the ball and put it in there. I'm fine out if there was that man. I don't know if they can fix it out. It's just put it down there. In this case, you have to lift it up the way. I'll probably take time over and see if I can figure out enough to find the car and get somebody to lock the car and look out here with to drive somebody up the car. Well, here's the fellow with not here. That's the updated picture. Martinsville was settling down now for the last 45 laps of this race. The last 45 laps. And Morgan Shepherd hold on to the lead. He has led for most of the afternoon here, and it would certainly be a tragedy if he were to drop out of the competition at this time. He has worked well this afternoon. The car has worked well. And you would have to say that he really deserves the victory here this afternoon. But so would Neil Bonnet like to walk off with the victory. There he is in 21. Neil showing in second position at this time. And Ricky Rudd in number 88 is third, but a lap down. The Morgan Shepherd show continues. He has led 312 of 456 laps to this point. But it's also interesting to note that he is still increasing his interval over the second place car. He's now up by 10.2 seconds. That is showing no indication of backing off. There's Ricky Rudd. He has made up a ton of real estate to this point, but still has a good bit to go to try and reel in both Neil Bonnet and Morgan Shepherd. Remember, he's a lap down. There's Harry Grant still moving around, going up full speed. And the report from the pit of Harry Grant and Ned Jarrett a few minutes ago was that Grant dropped a cylinder in the car, is now only running on 7 cylinders, and therefore obviously cannot be competitive. Morgan Shepherd, the late model sportsman champion in NASCAR, would like to walk off with a Grand National victory here this afternoon, and he's only a little more than 40 laps from doing that right now. Here's Ricky Rudd in number 88, who is the pole sitter of this race. He broke the track record here in qualifying and clocked in at 89.056 miles an hour to walk off with the pole position. He led the first couple of laps in the race, but now is back in fourth position. His record, of course, is short-lived because the very next day Mike Alexander came back and reset the record here at 89.094 miles an hour. So that is another of the baubles of drive that has kind of been bounced around here this weekend. Let's run down the standings as we have them. Shepherd the leader. Bonnet running second. Ricky Rudd is third, 1 lap down. In fourth position in car number 12 is Harry Grant, who is now 2 laps down. In fifth position, 3 laps down, is Terry Labonte. Running in sixth is Kenny Ridley in number 95 laps down. 6 laps down in number 7 position is the number 42 of Kyle Petty. In 8th position is 71 Dave Marcus. 9th position, 7 laps down, is Lake Speed in 66. And in 10th position, 8 laps down, number 47, Ron Bouchard.
quietly. It's been a good afternoon for Jody Ridley as we again look at our leader, Morgan Shepherd. Jody Ridley, who is now fifth in the overall point championship race, driving the Truxmore Sonny King entry, being, of course, maintained by Judy Dunleavy in Richmond, Virginia. Jody, who was last year, ran more laps on the circuit than anybody, and was his fine showing in the Rookie of the Year on it, is currently fifth in the points and among the top 7 here this afternoon.
And right now I'm on the Speedway. I think we have 19 cars remaining out there in competition. The attrition rate has not been all that great. We talked about brakes, we talked about tires, but still, 19 cars are out there in competition with about 36 laps to go.
See how smooth Morgan Shepherd moves past Dave Marcus there, that's underneath him. That's split up for moderate banking here. Again, let the car just a little bit. It will help you to stay with the brakes. And it still shows that Morgan Shepherd now is less than 40 laps or so to go, has still maintained the advantage that he's had, the car handling beautifully.
And a great afternoon for him as he swings the car off of the fourth turn onto the straightaway here. The interval now between the leader, Morgan Shepherd, and second place car of Neil Bonnet is just about 10 seconds, 10.2 to be exact. So it's a comfortable lead here for Morgan Shepherd.
It's now the waiting game. These are the longest laps for a driver, especially one with as much added pressure and much that I know is probably self-imposed today, because Morgan is so close to winning, as he was so close to winning at Richmond and having to end up for a fourth place finish. And every little noise in the car now seems to be all that much larger. And of course, when you talk about Morgan Shepherd, he talks about a man who has so much on the line. Sixth place battle right there, Jody Ridley. We talked about him just moments ago, the Scottsburg, Georgia driver, and Ricky Rudd right there, who's now showing in third.
Ricky Rudd has been able to move up into third position again. It's been a rather hectic day for Ricky Rudd, too, as he was involved in an incident earlier today and dropped back several positions. Now is still a lap down, but is in third position. He goes around Bobby Allison, the number 28 car, as they come down the main straightaway. Kyle Petty, meanwhile, continues to run out on the racetrack in car number 42. His father, Richard Petty, was eliminated in the early going, but Kyle is still out there in competition and doing a good job.
A lot of the folks seated in the fourth turn area have been watching the cars do something that I know a lot of the ESPN viewers have seen in times past on the dirt track. The cars beginning to slide just a bit off turn number 4, the rear end hanging out just a little bit more. This grease and the debris and the fluid that has now been ingrained into the racetrack are starting to take not so much as toll because it is a regular factor here in Martinsville. This is another of the built-in effects that the short track has after 500 grueling laps.
Well, of course, we have seen the stock cars run on dirt. We did a couple of USAC stock car programs on the dirt last year, and we know how they can draw slide, but it's something that you don't see in these NASCAR Grand National cars, but we are beginning to see it just a little bit here in the late stages of this race as the track is heated up, the tires aren't holding quite as well as they did, and the cars actually get a little bit sideways as they come off the turn. Kyle Petty in 42, as we mentioned a while ago, continues to be out there in the thick of things. And Morgan Shepherd continues to be your leader.
And Morgan again bearing down on a man who was hunting him earlier as he watched Dave Marcus' automobile. Morgan Shepherd setting his sights again on Harry Gant. There's the black and bronze colors of the Kenny Childers racing team straight ahead. During the racetrack now is Morgan Shepherd at 22.5 seconds, Gant at 22.7.
Running in ninth place is the number 66 car of Lake Speed from Jackson, Mississippi, an Oldsmobile. And Lake Speed has also been a very consistent driver on the track this afternoon.
This was Chief Gerald Derringer, a man who, of course, his name has been synonymous with Winston Cup Grand National racing over the years. A former national go-kart champion of Lake Speed out of Jackson, Mississippi, as you said, Bob.
Lake is single, and Winston is starting go-karts, as many of these cars drivers have done. Ricky Rudd, another one of those who has been coming from the go-kart rank. Morgan Shepherd is able to once again put another lap on the number 12 car of Harry Gant.
amazing how quickly one's fortunes can change on the racetrack. It happened right there. So Harry Gant being well again, getting another off down, still slowing as the fourth place running owner, and Kyle Petty is now slowing and showing some smoke from the right front of the automobile. He heads down pit road. Doesn't look particularly good for Kyle Petty. Here he comes into the pit area, and it looks like that he has suffered some serious motor problems as the car has been pulled behind the wall. They'll take a look and see exactly what the problem is. Kyle Petty has been a very consistent driver this afternoon, but on lap 476, Kyle pulls the car into the pit area. His dog lasted only 42 laps this afternoon and was taken out in a grinding crash with no Milligan. Benny Parsons there in relief driving for Ronnie Bouchard, and Kyle Petty being joined now by Arnett Jarrett on the pit road. I'm talking to the rest of the familiar smoke coming from under the hood. Now, what happened to the car? You had one of your best races going here today. Well, it was always really good. We got a car early and got a couple laps down. I rode up out on the racetrack, so I got pretty good at it. Tough luck for Kyle, but he'll be back. You can be sure of that. He'll continue to take a look at the car, but it's all over for Kyle Petty. And Morgan Shepherd still tooling around now, coming up to your basic 20-lap trophy dash. That's all that remains now as we close in on the end of the Virginia 500. There the cleanup stores on pit road, or actually the garage area. And Jarrett looking on as Kyle Petty still at their notes of consolation for what has been a great ride for Kyle today. The number 47 car is driven by Ron Bouchard. He is also one of the modified drivers that we had a chance to watch earlier on ESPN at this very racetrack. Ron Bouchard, now in his Grand National car, has been relieved by Benny Parsons there on the late going, and so Benny Parsons now is behind the wheel of that number 47 George. It's going to be a big week coming up shortly for Ron Bouchard, a northern driver from Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, a northern race team maintained by Bob Johnson and the BB Racing team up north. And of course, in a couple of weeks, it's on to Dover, Delaware for the circuit. It's back across the Mason-Dixon line. I know a lot of folks on that racing team gearing up for the showing in Delaware. On the racetrack, it is still Morgan Shepherd showing as the leader in turn number 4 onto the main straightaway. Morgan having no problems whatsoever with that car. It appears to be able to run the high groove, the low groove, any low on the racetrack, and besides that, without question, it's the fastest car on the racetrack and has been most of the afternoon. Morgan Shepherd has only 18 laps to go, make that 17 laps to go before he will receive the checkered flag and walk off with his first victory in Winston Cup competition. He's got better than a half of a lap advantage now over Neil Bonnet, your second place runner in the Woods Brothers Cheerleader Ford. What can you say? It's been almost a flawless show, barring that one miscue earlier in the race when Morgan got up on the curve and came together with Ricky Rudd. It's been quite a run for this young driver who, again, has a special feeling here for the Martinsville Speedway, and he is well known in these parts. Again, the Grand National is somewhat new for Morgan Shepherd, but the Virginia area, Carolinas, and so on, a hotbed of the late model sportsman campaign, and Morgan Shepherd is no rookie to racing. Behind our leader, Morgan Shepherd, is Neil Bonnet. Those are the only two cars on the lead lap of this time. We'll be back for the conclusion of this race in a moment. We continue to watch Morgan Shepherd put lap on the Martinsville Speedway and chalk up lap number 487 here. Morgan Shepherd way up in the high groove now in turn number 4, trying to find perhaps the cool part of the racetrack. But you can bet that Morgan Shepherd is being very, very cautious and not getting too high that would put him out of control. He has victory inside at this point with 13 laps to go. You know, we were talking about what the win could mean for Morgan Shepherd. As far as the modern records are concerned, it could be only the third race that has been won by a rookie. So this first place, and then the racing team joining the elite winner's circle plan, this win today would mean better than $100,000 to Shepherd, the team, and the car owner Chris Stewart. And that, my friend, is a ton of lettuce right there. You can believe that.
By the way, the top 10 money winners as far as drivers are concerned at this point in the season, Bobby Allison has won the most in 1981 at $169,450. Richard Petty second in the money winners. Dale Webb was third, Ricky was fourth, and Dale Earnhardt fifth in the money so far this year. Less than 10 laps to go now as Morgan Shepherd is about to walk off with his first victory. We'll see if he can hold on and bring home the victory this afternoon with Neil Bonnet still running in third position. Ricky Rudd is third, running in fourth position is Harry Danskill, and in fifth position, also 3 laps down, number 44, Terry Labonte. Sixth is Jody Ridley. Seventh is Lake Speed. Eighth is the number 71 of Dave Marcus. Ninth position is Buddy Arrington in 67, and in 10th is car number 47, now driven by Benny Parsons.
One of the most famous presidents of Conover, North Carolina, our own Ned Jarrett, might be joined in the Conover honor roll here this afternoon. If Morgan Shepherd, a native of that town, could hang on for just a few laps, 7 laps remaining as he works around in that car number 5, the Morgan Shepherd Performance Connection Pontiac. He qualified for a starting position in 12th here this afternoon, and right now you know that things are very, very tight and a lot of butterflies on pit road watching.
Ned Jarrett, a 2-time champion of this division. Ned, can you go back and recall the thoughts that you had as you were about to win your very first Winston Grand National Circuit race as Morgan Shepherd is about to do here?
Yes, I do remember that race very well, Bob. It was not very fast. It was 500 here, but it was only a 100-mile dirt track race somewhere down in South Carolina. But nevertheless, winning that first race was some kind of a super thrill for me. I know it will be the runner for Morgan Shepherd, and I'm just pleased that we'll be bringing one of those horses over to North Carolina. One of those has entered our town. We're seated up here right alongside the scorer's stand, and as often happens, the score for the cars, the races, wife to a brother and sister, usually a close relative. Well, Morgan Shepherd's wife was up here. She didn't score for that car number 5, and she was shaking so badly in anticipation of what was going on, she had to be relieved herself, and somebody else is taking over the scoring on her. So this is like a wide-ranging effect here this afternoon.
Morgan Shepherd is getting another lap on the car as he comes down to complete lap number 196. There is Neil Bonnet, who is the only other car on the lead lap. Number 21, Bonnet, started this race this afternoon in the... we'll have a second here. He started the race about in the middle of the pack and has held on for second place at this point. Bonnet started in 16th position out of 31.
There's Morgan Shepherd. At this point, a lot of fans who have followed the career of Morgan Shepherd are waiting in anticipation. And again, we reiterate the modern records of NASCAR, Grand National Racing, Winston Cup competition. So a rookie winning here at Martinsville back in 1974, Earl Ross, and then Dale Earnhardt at Bristol, Tennessee, just a year or so ago in 1979. And that is it. Rookies have not fared all that well as far as wins are concerned.
Let's follow the leader, Morgan Shepherd, around here as he has a lap and a half to go before the checker. I think the right flag runner is going to come out the next time around. There's Neil Bonnet completing lap number 198. And the white flag is out. The white is out for Morgan Shepherd. He has one more lap to go. The car right in front of him is Lake Speed, the number 66 car. Shepherd is about to walk off with the victory here in the Virginia 500. A tremendous afternoon for him. The car turned number 3 now to the very low groove. There he is. He's got his hand out the window. He's waving to the crowd as he comes down to retrieve the checkered flag. And the winner of the Virginia 500 is Morgan Shepherd.
A lot of piece of work. The car was handling so well. It was working so well. I don't think obviously a lot of things have to go right when you win a Winston Cup race. And you can see the folks just waving right back. And many, many times you'll see it, especially from an experienced driver. But when Morgan Shepherd came off the turn, he was already waving to the crowd. And what a big day it is for Morgan Shepherd.
I can't wait for the interview with Ned Jarrett in the pit area. I'm sure that Morgan is going to be a very, very happy individual. He deserves all that he has earned here this afternoon. A tremendous afternoon of racing here at the Virginia 500 at Martinsville.
He's across the scales right now, Bob, to be checked out. His winning margin was 16 seconds over your second place runner, Neil Bonnet.